Yeah, bitch.
What you know about me, bro? Hard in the game, gonna make a name. Nigga, my mark, I'ma leave my stage. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro?
Are we on?
Got Supreme Max, Supreme
I know how you be doing shit. You be like,
yeah.
he'll be letting you know when we start. You be like, that's a little trick.
Just to ease into it.
Yeah, no, I like it though. But oh yeah, my bad. I was like, wait, hold
All
up.
right, we got two special guests. Nah, just go off of that. Nah,
Man, that's beautiful.
fucking that way it's not too much pressure. But yeah, we do
Yeah, no.
got DAN-GANJA Long Journey.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get that name, Long Journey?
Well, I was going off of the initials LJ because at first I was LJAY. When I first started rapping, it was Long Journey Ahead of You.
Oh,
And then after a while, I was just having a music transition, trying to figure out how to go through my own lane. I was with a group of people I was working with, and then me and my friend was in the car at the time. He was just like, "Bro, your long journey," but I know he wasn't saying it like in an actual name way. He was just like kind of nicknaming the actual the name. So he was just like, "Bro, you long?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm gonna just shorten that shit up, simplify it. I'm Long Journey.
Yeah.
Because all this shit is a long motherfucking journey. Whatever you want to
Hey,
do.
and since you've been talking about truck driving, that's gonna be a long journey too.
Oh, bro.
Hey, it's gonna be real fitting right there.
Bro, that's gonna be a long
It
ass
goes
journey.
hand in hand.
But the money will be long.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man, get it.
I still fucking I don't know, just thinking about that, like, cause I think about the money all the
Yeah.
time, but I do realize I'm not that type of person that's gonna be like comfortable in a big ass truck that can kill like fucking everybody around me. Like
Right.
I used to get bad anxiety now that I think about it when I used to drive with a full car and I would have to go like maybe like an hour drive, and I'll get anxiety because the roads would be hella windy. We're going to San Jose, and I would start picturing like me crashing and killing everybody, and then it would
Shit.
give me anxiety,
Don't
bro.
think
So
about that.
I'm driving hella like stiff, bro. Like I'm like so
Were
like
you sober or you smoking?
I wasn't smoking at all.
That happened to me for a while when I was smoking weed and shit and
What do you
driving on the
mean?
freeways back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I got over
Like
it.
when you smoked weed, you get anxiety.
Yeah, I smoke weed, I'll start driving, and then out of nowhere, I'll be thinking like that. But just be like,
If you smoke weed and you're driving somewhere you never been, that you're definitely getting anxiety.
yeah, oh, for sure.
Like,
It just adds on to like,
that's why I was telling Dan, it's just like when you smoke and you're in an unknown environment, your body's already like not used to its surroundings. So when you're high, like now your mind is tripping out. Like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah,
that's true, dude.
Should I be here? And then it's like you gotta like kind of
Bro.
you try to get accustomed to your surroundings, and then it's like that's when you end up tripping the most because you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I need to calm down.
You don't have your clear mind, your regular clear mind to
Yeah.
fucking like take shit in. You're like stoned in a new area, and it's like way foggier.
Yeah, versus when you getting high going home, you know, you just
Yeah.
drive home and you don't even realize it. You just had a whole smoking session, not realizing that you're driving home.
Yeah,
You know?
straight up, for real.
I'm like, damn, I'm home already. Cool.
Bro, one of the worst times I ever had like a bad trip. It was I didn't even eat that much shrooms, but I just got to Rosaritos, and I don't know why I ate like a big ass like cap. And I thought I was like, dude, this ain't nothing. It's just like a nice fat cap.
Right.
Bro, I ate it, and next thing you know, my phone isn't working because I totally forgot that once I get over to Mexico, I gotta like do all that phone shit. You gotta like
So switch it
what's
up.
that shit called? Like long distance or something?
You have
Like,
AT&T? What do you
Yeah.
have?
Oh,
Verizon.
I didn't even know about that shit.
Oh.
So when you go
I
in
obviously
a
don't travel
different
like that.
when you go in a different country, you gotta like call your service and let them know. That way, when you get there, it doesn't shut off. So when I was in Mexico, I didn't know that, so it shut off completely. So I'm like tripping, trying to figure this out. The homies are playing like YG because we went to go see YG's Stay Dangerous. It was his
Okay.
release party in Rosaritos.
Papas and beers?
Yeah, Papas and Beers.
Man, y'all fools wild.
And
That's
fucking-
crazy.
But like they're blasting music so loud I can't even think. I'm in fucking Mexico. I'm like I start tripping, bro. The shrooms start hitting me. I'm like I can't fucking use my phone. Like everything's hitting at
Hell
once.
Yeah, shrooms is way like more anxiety, and especially in a place you don't even know, dude.
Yeah, bro, that shit hit me
Yeah.
hard. I was like, fucking, I felt my heart racing. I was
If
like,
I was on shrooms in like Mexico, I'd be like, oh my god, some cartel's gonna kill me right now. Like,
Listening to
like-
YG too, bro.
What?
Like, oh,
full
man.
blast too. That shit was fucking
Yeah, man.
bumping.
Stay dangerous. Oh, yeah.
It was a crazy
Definitely.
ass time.
Y'all
bro.
wilding for that one.
But yeah, man, what's new with you, Dan? It's been a
Shit.
minute, bro. When
I
was the last
know.
time we did a podcast? Was it like a solid year?
Damn, honestly, probably.
I think you're in the 20s. You're the early 20s.
Yeah, no, I think it was like probably a little over a year because me and Sam were just getting ready to drop Same Difference.
Yeah.
So it was like probably early last year, so a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, y'all just did the podcast with San and Obi, so you
Shit
know,
was dope.
shout out to them, shout out to y'all. You know, they just dropped their project.
And then how long has Long Journey been in the collective?
Yeah, man. I
Did
mean,
you guys just like meet randomly or?
no, I mean, I guess I could say my version, and since he's here, you know, he can let
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah.
he'll say his version, you know. But basically, how I crossed paths with LJ was with a producer I was working with at the time. He wanted to work with Long Journey, so you know, I reached out to Long Journey. I think probably like on some social media shit. Probably reached out to him on that way and was just like, hey, you know, I have this producer I'm working with, I'm representing, blah blah blah. He wants to work with you. You know, how can we make it happen? And that's when I first caught wind of Long Journey. You know, I started doing my homework then. You know, listen to the music, see like where he's from, this and that. The collaboration never happened with like the producer and LJ, unfortunately. But you know, I think we still kept that communication. You know, I
Yeah,
still obviously
vibe.
loved what he was doing. I liked the music that he was putting out already, the shit that he had put out, and that's the thing about Long Journey 2. I don't want to go off topic real quick, but you know, he already had a brand, you know. So when people were asking me, oh, like who's Long Journey, because I got a lot of that when I was first pushing him, like just, you know, they weren't familiar with him because like my side of the the people, you know, they were just like, oh, it's real rich minds. They don't even see it. They were like just used to the familiar faces, you know, Sandy, you know, you see Monte, you see Noises.
Yeah.
So it's like you throw Long Journey in the mix, like, wait, who's this? Like, you know, so I started getting a lot of that, like, oh, who's this, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, it's Long Journey, you know, it's his brand right here, the Wild Wolf brand, you know, like he had his own shit going, you know, already.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Rich Minds taking over, like, you know, Long Journey shit, like, nah, and I didn't ever want it to be like that. It was like, you know, like we were just coming together and, you know, just really collaborating and just trying to just like help each other grow, you know. And so
That's sick. So that stood out right away about him having his own like
Yeah.
name and establishment.
yeah,
and all
because
that.
our first meeting that we kind of had with me and him, bro, he just showed me that he just had so much in his arsenal, bro. I was just like, oh man, like
shout out to Arts.
like let's do it. Oh, I mean, oh no, I was just, oh yeah, no, shout out to Arson too. But yeah, no, I was just
Yeah.
I
saying
just
like,
thought I just thought of Arson.
yeah, no, real shit. But yeah, no, he was just showing me that, you know, he just had a lot of shit ready to go. You know, he was just waiting for the right moment. You know, ready to do the shit. So, you know, I take that shit really personally. You know, when someone comes to me and is like, hey man, like, you know, I need, you know, representation, or I need help with this or whatever, because, you know, it's not easy doing this shit on your own, bro. I learned that shit too in the beginning when we started doing Rich Minds and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Long Journey said, it's a long journey, bro. You gotta really like, it's all about
Yeah.
it's all about experience, you know.
I was explaining to Roland the marathon, like you know how Nipsey Hussle says marathon.
Oh yeah, like
But,
yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
He was saying because I suck at like running like long distance. You know what we're saying, like the
No, you suck at running fucking like a marathon, like
Yeah.
long distance.
Yeah.
and that's why I told him. I don't know. I started breaking down like that's why Nipsey says a marathon. You know, I'm working my way to get to like working like running long distance.
Yeah, because it's never gonna be like you know, it's never gonna be like a. I mean, but I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone, bro, because everyone has their own
Yeah,
definition
yeah.
of success. But it's like, if you really want to make an impact, I feel like if you really want to, you know, leave your mark, like, it's never gonna be like no overnight success. And it's very
Oh,
rare
no.
that happens. Don't get me wrong, it does happen. Like I said, I don't want to speak for everybody.
That's like winning the lottery.
That's what I'm saying, but it does happen, right? You get those 1 in a million people that blow up on like whatever
And you-
platform,
you
and it's
know what's-
like, who knows what the fuck happens with them after that? But it's like if you really building from the ground up, it's like, you know, you got to understand it's not going to be no overnight success. It's going to take a minute, but it's all about
It's gonna be hard-
consistency.
If you win with that, it's gonna be harder to fall.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Because you built it up yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're not
man.
relying on anybody else and shit. Like they can't really take it away from you. Like
Yeah, man. It's all about perspective. It's all about, again, bro, everybody's different, bro. But yeah, consistency I think is key. And like you said, bro, like it's a marathon, bro. Like what Nip said. Shit, like I said, if you really want to leave your mark, it's going to take, you got to really have a thought out plan, you know? You can't just be putting out no bullshit. Like, who you really trying to touch? You know, who you really trying to, you got to think about that shit. It's got to be a fully thought out plan. The more you care about shit, the more you going to prepare for some shit. You feel me?
And that's what I was thinking, because a lot of people don't realize the shit behind the scenes. Like I say, if you guys make it right now, like literally tomorrow, for some reason, boom, the spotlight's on you guys. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, man, they've only been doing it for like a month. Like they didn't fucking go through any struggle. Everybody doesn't know what the struggle is behind the scenes. It looks like it's overnight, but it's not, bro. There's so much shit going on. The fucking open mics that you guys attended and all that shit.
Yeah, and
the
it's
writing sessions.
Yeah, and it's cool,
recording
bro.
sessions.
Those late nights fucking working on music, getting no sleep, and going to work the next day.
The 1,000 no's you get,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or you don't even have to say there are 1,000 no's. There's just the hundreds of people who you've played your music for, you performed in front of. That was just like, I could give a fuck.
Yeah, honestly.
You know, people forget about all those moments too. Like, there's a lot of down moments before you make it where you're like 1 inch off of just saying fuck it. I'm gonna just drop all this shit and say fuck everything.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I'm
It
gonna
happens to a lot of people. Like
and
that they could keep going, but they just go fuck that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
This went bad.
bro, because I'm gonna tell you like this, Box. We talked about this shit last time too. Like, you know, you gotta have thick skin in this music shit. Like, you gotta almost be like, fuck what people say, and not like that, because obviously, you know, you want to connect with the people and shit, but it's like you're always gonna get. Not everyone's gonna like your shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Not everyone's gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you in that mentality, like, oh, everyone's gotta like my shit, then this shit you ain't gonna last long in this shit. Because you're gonna be too worried about what the next motherfucker's thinking about your shit,
pleasing people,
rather than the 100 and whatever people that really fucking with your shit. Like, you know, that's the people you need to be focused on. You know, focus on your fans. Focus on the people that are supporting you. You worried about. People be worried. A lot of the artists be worried about all the wrong shit. You know, I'm not getting played here. Or I'm
That's a fact.
not doing this shit here. Like, this motherfucker's getting played. I'm not. How's this, bro? Why you worried about some other person? Like, you know, like, that's kind of.
because they're totally different. We had that discussion last night. Like, I know a couple people that pretty much have it made with money, and sometimes we were like, man, like, I was telling him, like, just imagine not having to worry about money. Like, you're getting like 10 racks every month. Like, that's how they have it made. And then, like,
10 racks a month.
Yeah.
What the
I'll
hell? Who
explain
are
it.
these guys?
I'll explain it later.
Yeah.
But
10 racks a month.
But fucking, they get paid. They've been spoiled like their whole life. But like they grew up in a fucked up way because they don't know the value of the dollar. So they're always getting high, damn near. Like the pops is cokehead, you know, like.
So they smoking it and drinking it,
Yeah,
doing
bro.
all kind of bullshit
but like
with it.
they have money. They're like rich
They have
drug
money,
addicts.
No,
you know?
no real
Like,
struggle. So they have no real struggle. So what the
got
fuck
money
they
to
do?
blow.
They just start like fucking doing drugs and shit, like filling this void because they're not working towards anything.
Got you.
So imagine, like, we think that, like, we would love that, and like we'll do totally different. But if we had that, we wouldn't be thinking the way we think.
Yeah.
Because you grew up like that. You're not gonna have this fucking hunger, you know? Because they have it, like, literally. I always tell my brother, I'm like, man, like, why don't they invest on stocks or like buy a company? Like, he told me straight up, like, why would they? Like, they don't have to. Like they
they're
legit
set.
don't have to.
Hey, perspective, bro.
Hey,
yeah.
that's it right there. Perspective. I was just like, man, it's just they were raised differently.
Yeah.
Their parents were like, I'm just gonna give them the money. I'm not gonna show them how I made the money and how it keeps.
It's not even the
you know.
parents. It's like government. They just get checks.
See,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
even more like just enabling.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you're just getting it from a source as well, and it's like they are just gonna consistently give it to you no matter what the fuck the situation is. That makes you dependable on it, so you get dependent on drugs, alcohol, that other shit too. So that's probably like that's something that they're going with, is that like they have dependability to support their habits, so they don't really care as long as they have like an access to that dependent source.
Exactly.
And because you're talking about it's the government, that's like a safety net for them. So they're like, I can keep
Chilling.
doing this shit month by month and keep getting reimbursed for my bullshit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
So-
you're
Like,
never
no
gonna get out of that
repercussions.
mindset that you don't even realize that you're in bullshit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And-
That you're dependent on the government
Yeah.
for all this shit. So they don't even have any gratitude for that. So they're just like, I'm gonna take. And the moment that shit stops coming is when their whole world will shatter and be like, damn, what did I do with all this money?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like most people like us, we think differently from the outside looking in, because you came from the bottom looking
Exactly.
in. Is when some people are born into that shit, they just can't see the value the way we see value. So it's like, damn, bro, if I had 10K, I would be investing in this and that and having all this
Yeah.
shit going. I wouldn't even be
Business.
thinking about drugs. Like, that would be the
Yeah.
last thing I would be, like, investing in. But for the people that are dependent on another source and that source is constantly feeding it to them, they're always going to be like, think about pet fish. When you open the tank and they're all just floating up to the top, waiting for you to start feeding them, because that's that source.
yeah,
You're the
right.
source that they're dependent on.
Yeah.
So for them, they'll just do whatever they can to keep getting fed that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
Yo,
That-
man. Oh, my bad.
No, you,
No, go for it, go.
No, I was just gonna say, what the fuck? Where the fuck did we go with that, bro? We were talking. That's the Annoying Neighbors podcast.
Yeah.
I was like,
Let's
wait,
start
hold
talking
up.
about some crazy shit, bro.
I just forgot what we were
Real.
talking about. I was like, wait, how the fuck did we get to this?
I think
right
we're
here?
we're talking about Rich Mind Collective and how you met
right.
Journey.
Yeah, man.
But
LJ.
what I was gonna say real quick,
Go for it.
the difference that what they don't have, what we have, is that we have this
Preach.
like a strive, and we have this journey. You know, like fucking, we got this
Uh-oh.
urge to fucking create and do something out of like we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just trying to make it happen, but we're
Right.
taking chances. But they're never gonna think that way. And the fact that we're living this life where we're going through all these obstacles, it's kind of like a fucking movie if you really look at it. Like, if you fucking write down everything you went through and show it to someone else, like, think about it, bro. Like a lot of people I meet at work, they're not doing what we're doing, bro.
Like, they don't have any type of like real like passion for something, like, or like,
Oh, just like,
or they just kind of go to work, call it a day
because
type shit.
some because some
Like,
people
that's-
just go to
that's-
work
yeah,
and just
no,
go to work,
definitely.
come back. You know, maybe they got kids.
Right.
You know, sometimes kids, like, not saying that's the dream killer, but like, fucking,
Right.
they're not thinking about fucking like doing it. They're trying to provide for the family.
they're in
and
the
just make-
matrix, basically.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
They're in
Yeah,
they
and-
just caught up in the matrix and
Honestly.
a routine, a
Exactly.
constant routine. It's
Yeah.
nothing outside of the norm, or they're not stepping out of the box
Yeah.
and
And
trying something different.
And I see so much like potential. Like, some people, I remember, shout out to the homie Gigi. He wanted to. He's so like into sports. He was like an older head, but he knew so much about Raiders and this and that. Like, he knew everything. And I was like, dude, you should like make a podcast and just talk about that. Like, that can happen. Like, something can
Right.
happen out of that. Like, and
I
he's
mean,
like,
if he
Yeah.
markets it the right way, bro,
Exactly.
definitely. It
But
could
people aren't
definitely
always
work.
like searching for that. You know what I mean? Like, they're
Mhm.
not really like looking to be rich and famous.
but
Sometimes, like,
it's not even like he loves talking about that shit. So if he just does it
Yeah,
and just has fun with it,
it's
uh,
gonna reward him
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for
Like,
just doing what he loves.
Yeah, because he's not trying to, like, even if he did try to do it, it's not like, even this, I'm not trying to even get millions. I just want to fucking like get paid the way I'm getting paid at Boo Barn. You know, like, that's it. Like, if I could get like a straight up flat check,
Right.
doesn't have to be a fucking 10 grand or anything, I'll be chilling.
Right.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, him, that's all he talks about. And I told him that. He's like, I don't want to do that. I'm good. Like,
yeah.
but like, there's that possibility of doing what you love to talk about.
like
you know?
everyone's genuine interest is like interesting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's genuine love, like whatever you love to do, and would be interesting to someone else because you're all about it. So you know all the details. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But again, that person has to want to
yeah.
do it.
Like,
he probably enjoys just telling that to the people he loves and
Mm.
close to him, that he can get like a real reaction instead of like,
Mhm.
why do I need to tell all these other people who
Well,
I don't even know?
he definitely loves to, because he'll be in an argument. Nah, fuck that. You just go off of this whole, you know.
Maybe he needs to do that. Where
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
show with different motherfuckers where he can like arguing about.
I mean, Stephen A. Smith does that for a living.
yeah, there you go.
Like, imagine getting paid to just talk shit about like,
So
like you know, like your the sports that you love. You know.
And he does that shit outside of the actual center. Like he does that shit on his phone at home. Like that's how you know
he's all about it.
He's all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get where you're going with that too, because it's
Yeah.
like some people could just literally, like they could just hop on a mic and just speak their mind. But like he's saying, some people are like, yeah, I could, but I don't want to set up a mic and do all that shit.
Yeah.
I
Set
rather
up a
just
show.
yeah, I
set
just
up-
rather rip it off, you know, right then and there, and just speak my piece and be done with it. And that's fine. But it's just like for our generation, it's like if we really want to live a life of things that we love to do, this is where you start. You just gotta do it.
Exactly.
And you gotta just keep working at it to the point where it is like a job for you now. Like you wake up and you receive the abundance from doing something that you love to do.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, most podcasts, that's how they start. They always start from the bottom because these two people, three or however many, they
Yeah.
love what they do. They love to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And eventually that turns into something that everybody's fascinated about.
Yeah.
But their core is like they all love enjoying talking to each other about a whole bunch of different shit. So
Yeah.
that's like, you know, they get that support based off of that more
Yeah.
so than it's just like, oh, this is a popular podcast. Like they see the chemistry between the actual host and the co-host and
And
et cetera,
people and shit,
and
yeah.
they connect to that, and they're like, damn, like I could do that. Like
Right.
this makes me
Yeah.
feel like I'm sitting here with them having this conversation. So it's like you're almost including them into the conversation. That's why people love podcasts too. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's big now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Everybody got a fucking podcast.
Everybody and their mama got a podcast. But it's cool though. Now it's about how you guys gonna stand out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I always see the podcast shit as like, you know, the music shit. You know,
Yeah.
but the artists, it's like, you know, everybody wants to say, oh, everybody got a podcast now. Everybody want to do podcasts, and we can say the same shit with music. Everybody doing music now, and it's like fuck it. It's not that it's oversaturated. I used to think about it like that, and that's a shitty way to think about it, bro. Like, oh, this shit is oversaturated. Like, that's kind of just like you being a hater, like you talking shit low key. It's
Yeah.
like,
Or doubting yourself.
yeah,
you
it's
know.
like it's not that it's oversaturated. It's just you honestly
Okay, I get one
gotta really figure out ways to like build that social currency. You know
Yeah.
why are strangers gonna give a fuck about what you Roland talking about?
Yeah.
The people that don't know you, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And that's what you really gotta like focus on, like, you know, because you know you're gonna have like the real supporters, people that know you, people are gonna fuck with you. Now it's like, all right, how are we gonna expand it and like, you know, really make it stand out to where it's like these people might want to tap in to see what the fuck we're talking about over here, whether it's some shit they like or not. They might even not like everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck it, not everything's for everyone, but
see,
it's like,
yeah, you
but it's-
you can't fall into that. Yeah.
but even
yeah.
that works too, because it's
Yeah.
like that creates like I don't know, I guess buzz, because it's like you gotta think about it like this. Not all even I don't know. There's no such thing as bad press, bro. Someone's talking about
all
you.
press is good press.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck
That's
I mean.
my favorite line. In,
Usually nobody's ever talking about
NWA.
you. Oh, yeah.
And you watched NWA, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite line that Eazy says. Like
Yeah.
all publicity is good,
Good
publicity.
publicity,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I was like, damn, that's something fucking.
People, as long as people talking about you, bro, you either
Yep.
doing something right or I don't know, doing something right. Or even I don't know. Even if it's wrong, bro, it's like fuck. I don't know.
But the whole thing about being wrong is it's all perception, right? Because a lot of the shit that we think is good and bad, that's all based off of a collective consciousness.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, what is really good and bad? Like
Right.
everybody here is made to be flawed. Like
Yeah.
you're going to do what is quote unquote good things and bad things, but that's just a part of like experiencing life and learning. You know,
Uh-huh.
you set your hand and you put your hand on some fire, you're gonna get fucking burned.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, if you don't hold your breath, you're gonna fucking drown.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all about the perception of that. It's like good and bad. There's no such thing as like somebody trying to be the perfect human. Or,
Yeah, yeah.
you
There's
know?
there's no holy person. There's no fucking person who
No
does
way.
it all right all the time. His advice is always gonna be the best advice. Like nobody. Like
Nope.
it all depends on your situation. Like it's always different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like for me, I think it's to be consistent and just be putting out shit
Yeah.
is what's gonna get people noticed, because eventually you're gonna have so much shit out there
Mm-hmm.
that in every episode or whatever, every song, whatever, people are gonna start catching on. Like, oh shit, I like this one, and then he has this one too. Oh, and that one. And there's so much to choose from that eventually that becomes like a fan, you know?
Yeah,
The
hopefully.
consistency,
yeah,
you know?
that's the idea, you know? Yeah.
That's exactly what I told Dan. Like, I don't have plans like in the next year. Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking blow up.
Yeah.
I'm just want to put out more and more of my catalog and just things that I want to release. That when people finally, when it's that one that they catch on to,
Yeah.
it's gonna hook them into a whole web of shit.
Yep.
And that's like kind of what I like base my work ethic on. It's like you gotta keep working and working, and you can't look at the number or the scoreboard right now
Yeah.
because the game is not over.
Yeah.
So
Bro,
you gotta
marathon.
You
Yeah,
just said this shit,
exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Nipsey, man.
And I always think about Kobe, like when Chris Rock is sitting next to him on the bench trying to tell him a joke, and Kobe is just like so locked into the game, he doesn't
Yeah.
hear a goddamn thing that Chris. It's like ain't shit funny right now. So it's like that's how focused you gotta be on your goals. Like you gotta be so locked in that even the funniest motherfucker in the world can tell you a joke, and you just get all out of character, and you lose your focus on what's at like the task at hand. So it's like when you that locked in, by the time the game's over, you're gonna look at the scoreboard and be like, God damn, I really put in so much work.
Yeah.
Now I can relax. Now I can ease my mind, because people are always like, they were asking Kobe, oh, how can you like walk away and this and that? Because he's like, I know I gave it my all.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people miss. Like, you gotta give this shit your all. If you don't, whatever you want to do, if you don't give it your all,
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
be the
live.
one.
You're gonna live with regrets.
Yeah.
Bro, that's been the topic, literally, that we've been having, like, amongst the team, and not to cut you off, LJ,
Mhm. Oh, you good?
but literally, we've been talking like that's the energy right there.
Yeah.
And that's why I fuck with LJ. That's why I think we just connected and like everything just aligned the way it did. Because look, even though the initial plan didn't work out, like I had a producer that wanted to work with him, whatever for whatever reason it didn't see the light of day. But it's like, bro, like we still, like, it's, look at us, like, we still here, like, and it's like, now I'm just trying to do my duties and like, help him fulfill, like, just have him walk in his light, bro, because he's a phenomenal artist, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now it's about having everybody else see that, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's crazy, bro. Like, just everything he just said, like, that's the energy we on right now. Just like, just really
You have
knowing,
music
like,
out
knowing your
that we
purpose
can like look
type
up
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah, I just dropped a project called Wolf.
Wolf
Yes.
on iTunes,
iTunes,
Spotify, all
it's
that
on
shit.
all that.
Yeah,
Spotify,
All that shit.
Apple
Shit.
Music.
The links in my
Always-
bio.
always
The links,
forget to
yeah.
game you up.
The links in my bio.
Yeah, he never tells me what's going on. It's just
Oh,
on the
yeah.
day of and shit. So.
Yeah, the
Like,
link
right
is
when
in
he
my.
said it, I
If
was
you go
like,
to my
fuck, I
link
knew it, but
tree,
he didn't know.
yeah, if you go to my link tree, I usually have his Insanity shit on my shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's on my Instagram, which is Wild Wolf LJ. I think I already follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the link is in the bio on there too. I do have some more music coming out for sure. Gonna drop a couple singles, and me and my boy, we were supposed to drop an EP in July, but we pushed it back because we're trying to have a little rollout with it. So
When you say you and your boy, is it someone from the collective or someone outside?
no, this
of
is
it?
somebody outside the collective.
Oh.
So
And
when I
who's
met,
that?
so when I met Dan, I had like my own little group of in-house producers that I mess with individually, because they like, we just gel together. So one of those dudes, his name is Connie, and we call him Stan Man. So me and him have a summer project called like Paradise. So it's
Sick.
gonna be like a lot of summery vibe kind of trash. It's like 5 tracks.
Nice.
And it'll be cool. But Wolf is definitely something that a lot of people would like. It's just
No,
like
I
rap shit.
I listened to it when he first sent it out. And that's when we were talking about having you on. But I think I can't remember. I think we go through waves. Just like how you said, there's moments where you're vibing, doing it,
Right.
and then there's a week where you're just like something. I was like, I think I might have been traveling at the time.
Right.
So every
You
time,
travel a lot. I'm
Bro,
jealous.
I'm trying, bro. Like,
I'm jealous, man.
hey, just because I'm
You got a song
traveling.
with Cypress Hill, bro?
Nah, man, I wish. I got a song called Cypress Hill though, for
I was
sure.
like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
Cypress
Hey, we
featuring.
might-
All right,
hey,
guys.
we go-
I saw
hey,
the
we might
featuring,
get
I was
there.
like, oh damn.
Yeah.
We might get there if he wants that. Who knows?
People
Hey.
do that though. People do that. Like, there's a Riverside artist who got Travis Barker on his album, but really he just like paid for some drum beats, put it on his album instead of Travis Barker featured.
It's like when
Man.
what's his name? Frank Ocean said he had what's that guy from the Beatles?
Paul McCartney.
McCartney?
Yeah, but like all he did was tell like a Facebook story,
Like it wasn't even a song, really.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't remember it. I just remember him talking. And
Okay, it's like Morgan Freeman on 21 Savage album.
Oh, like an audio? type?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
But you know what I was gonna say is you definitely got to be something special because I talked to Dan-GANJA before on probably the last one. I was like, how do you become like part of Rich Minds? Weren't you there? Like,
Yeah.
like how does something like happen? And he's like, and it was like I remember thinking like, dude, like you have to be really dedicated. I ain't gonna fuck with no bullshit, you know, like.
Yeah.
So the fact that he put someone else on, that means exactly everything he said. That's what you are.
But honestly,
Yeah,
honestly, it ain't even like that. But yo, I appreciate you, Box. But it ain't even like that. Like I said, like Long Journey, like it's not like he's just some up and coming artist, bro.
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
dude has he has experience. Like he has shit. He has a catalog already before I met him. You know what I'm saying? So I never try to downplay him. I never try to like son him, like little bro him at all. It's I always give everybody like the utmost respect, everybody that I work with, because it's like, because I know what the fuck it is. I've come from that. Because even myself personally, I've come from that artist side, at least for a little bit. I know what it is to like put in that work and like everything, bro. So, like I said, it wasn't more or less like me putting him on. It was more like us coming together and like just really helping each other, just like really take this shit, like take off with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he took a little hiatus. You know, he took his break, and you know, now I feel like this is like almost like his second coming type shit.
This is definitely
is that
the
safe to
second.
say?
Yeah, this is
okay,
second
cool.
coming.
I don't want
You
to
can
say
that.
okay, cool. Because it's like he's here, you know. I don't want to speak for him, but it's like that's
yeah.
how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just an honor to be a part of that. Like I said, I take that personally. When he came to me like, hey man, I would love to like, you know, have you help me do this or whatever. I'm like, bro, hell yeah, like let's do it. Like, so that's all we're doing right now, bro. We're just trying to build that platform for him.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you know, Long Journey gets his moment, you know. And that's what it's been, you know. That's what it's been.
That's sick, yeah, because you're not that type of person that's why it's cool that he's still doing his shit.
Yep.
Because you even said if anybody comes on the collective, we're not like, you have to only be with us. Like, you let them kind of like, it's not that you let them, you just let them do their thing.
I mean, yeah, bro.
I
mean, obviously there's like it depends on the situation,
Mm-hmm.
like, because if we're talking business or whatever. But like I said, like with LJ, like he came in already, like he had shit already established.
Exactly.
Like with like, bro, like I said, he came in. This is what I got ready. Boom, boom, project after project, singles. We talking, bro. We got a whole damn near year mapped out.
Yeah.
Like it's like what you want to do type shit. So that's what really what it is. So it's like I never try to like box the artist in. Like, you know, everybody is like, it's free game. You know, it's all about just making the best music possible.
Mm-hmm.
We'll worry about like the business shit of it like later. But it's like, yeah, it's all. I'm big on having the artists being focused on just creating.
Yeah.
You know, because once you think
That's
once you think about all this other shit, I'm not getting the best Long Journey if Long Journey's worried about fuck. What we gonna do about this shit? Like or like what about the video? What about this? What about bro? Just worry about making the music.
Exactly.
So I'm like, yeah, I need to hit 15,000 views on this video when it drops, and this and that. It's just like, you gotta push it out, man. You gotta expect the unexpected. So when you go in with no expectations, then you can be more surprised about how the progress is happening.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was telling them. No detachment to like what you expect to happen and shit. 'Cause then
Mhm.
it closes you off to a lot. Like if it doesn't go that way, you get like thrown off. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
you just
Exactly.
start feeling sorry for yourself, and honestly, bro, you can't do that. Because again, bro, like, what are you doing this shit for? You know, are you doing that shit for that?
But you everybody, all of us, we gotta be honest.
Oh yeah, come on.
We wake up in the morning like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you know, like it's not every morning, but like I wake up like look at this. You see me set up all this shit. Like it didn't happen overnight. Me learning how to do all this shit.
Hey, but you doing this shit.
But yeah, but like there's still days where it's like I could be a truck driver or I could be going to school or something. Like,
But
there's like those things that hit me, but then I snap out of it. You know, like who else am I gonna complain to? Like he understands because he's an artist, you know, and you guys will understand because you guys are artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I say it out loud, it's not like I'm gonna quit. It's just more like I'm saying it out loud just to say it, and then I already said it, and then I come back to it. Like I know what I have to do. I know I gotta put in that work and just like not look.
But look, remember what we talked about, bro? Remember when you hit me up? You text me. You're like, oh, bro, I'm gonna get this bus, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go mobile with this shit. But I'm like, bro, only do this shit. Like, or I think I asked you, like, how invested are you in the podcast shit?
Yeah,
You know, like, do you really want to do that shit, bro? Because honestly, like, you gotta ask. Because I'm not no yes man, bro. You know I'm not. I keep it real with everybody. Like, we have to really ask ourselves these questions. Like,
That's what I was saying. I'm like, are we gonna do it every day,
bro?
It's gonna be every single day now.
Because I'm
like,
all
how
for
far are
you.
you willing to go? Like,
Yeah, because I'm all for you doing that shit. But you got to ask those questions because I don't want you to put yourself in a predicament where it's like, damn, I put everything into this, and it's like, bro, now it's like what, like we ain't even doing this, or like, or we're not having podcasts consistently, or we're not hitting the views that we want to hit, or we're not getting sponsors like to fund this shit. Because that's what you guys got to start doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's like the first step to get like sponsorships though?
Bro, I mean, with podcasting, bro, I mean, back when I was like dipping into podcasting, like, you know, that was one of the first things I was trying to.
Do you hit them up?
I mean, that's one way you can
do
do
they
it.
hit you up? How does it work?
It could go both ways. I mean, you either got to reach out, you either got to reach out, take that initiative, or just got to kind of wait and see
I'm gonna slide
if it's in the cards.
I'm gonna slide into Coca-Cola's DMs.
Yeah, you could pitch them.
McDonald's.
Pitch them a video.
Real quick. Yeah.
Make a little promo video
Bro.
of you guys, like, you know, giving them like a spill on your podcast, like how it would sound.
Honestly.
And they could actually respond to that and be like, you know, I like that. We'll give you.
Throw it on TikTok.
Honestly, bro, I was trying to get Sanity the sponsorship. This drink, he used to always fucking come to the studio, bro. It's in a fucking glass blue bottle. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? Every day you come in with this shit.
What was it?
Bro, it was some drink called Sunwink. It's like some carbonated like teas or some shit, like real healthy shit. You know, Sanity's in that shit. He on his vegan shit. You know, he's like Long Journey.
Yeah, I've been seeing him at Whole Foods.
So I was like, bro, this is the shit that we need to be focused on, for you, bro. Like, let's get you a sponsorship with these guys, bro. You're in here all the time. Let's have Jason shoot a video of you just
a quick video,
drinking a goddamn swig of this while you're making a track, bro. And bro, guess what? We
bomb as fuck.
let me see.
looked it up?
Is it wrong?
It's a superfood with green powders.
Let me see it real quick. Is it the right one? Oh, I can't see. What the? I fucked up. I clicked something. I fucked it up.
It gotta be.
Yeah,
something.
that's it right there. Yeah, Sunwink.
Okay, yeah.
Because I started remembering, because I was like, I hit him up on email. I was like, hey man, like I have an artist here, like
you actually hit them up,
bro?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's probably gonna happen down the line. I mean, because they got back to us and everything.
Shit, I used to smoke nothing but OCB papers, and I hit them up. Just like, yo, I would love to be an ambassador, brand ambassador. I buy these every day.
I was trying to think of the
What's
name.
different? What's an ambassador? What is that?
It's just pretty much
it's like a promotion, you're like a promoter, self promoter of the brand.
You probably won't get paid for it, but
They'll give you product.
Yeah,
but you might get paid down the line. But it's again, it's
that's cool as fuck too.
Yeah,
if you're like an active user or whatever product it is.
Again, bro, building relationships.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. The money's gonna come, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be money hungry from the jump, because it's like people gonna see through that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta build relationships. You know, that's where people get fucked up. You know, they really big on like,
they be wanting shit free.
Where the check at?
Or they be wanting the money right away, and you gotta do shit for free.
It's like, bruh, unless you got that name like that, like you can talk that shit.
Yeah.
Don't be that
Instagram
person.
now though, you gotta have like 50,000 followers to do that.
Bro, TikTok, you don't even
talk that shit.
You gotta have like
50,000
50,000 to come in and be
Watch
like,
when I hit 50,000 followers.
I need 20
trouble.
bands to talk about, you know, how much I love your brand. Like, that's when you have leverage.
TikTok right now, you can make something small like that and it'll blow up. Like, it just depends how creative and like engaging it is. But if you follow the fucking structure of TikTok, it'll fucking blow up, bro.
You know who's doing great on TikTok right now? My bad. Are we going? I mean to go off topic. I feel like we been off topic.
You're good.
But yo, check it out.
I'm still gonna bring it back to you guys in a bit.
Noises.
Yeah, Noises is doing great shit on TikTok, and Monte. Monte was the one that kind of put us all on. Monte Montana. Yeah. Monte's doing great shit on TikTok and Noises. Sick. And who else, man? Who else?
I don't know, dude. Like, once I started posting my videos, I'm not doing it the TikTok way. You gotta do the TikTok. There is a TikTok way, bro. Like,
you gotta tap in with them. You gotta tap in with the guys, bro. If you don't do it like their structure, where like the video is like zoomed out, it's not closed in, and like little things like that, it doesn't work. Hey, that's why I have a TikTok, but I ain't made one video yet. But I got followers and shit. I ain't got no content
bro,
yet.
my first.
I'm still waiting too.
I got the Annoying Neighbors podcast one. I was posting clips. It did alright, 900 views on some, like most of it, but it was just like a couple likes, like 5 likes, 3 likes, you know. But the first time I ever made a TikTok, I did this Justin Bieber like thing where it's just like me pointing at things, and I got like fucking like 5 million views and like in 10,000.
5 million.
Bro, I swear, or maybe
Shut the
maybe it's
fuck-
1 million. Maybe it's 1 million.
What?
Yeah, I'm fucking exaggerating. I'm throwing the 1.5 to the 5, you know. But it was a million, and
You
I
got
got like,
you got Justin Bieber paid. You use his song?
bro. But see, I just followed exactly what someone else did. So other people were already saying, hey, like, so you point. Once I point like this, it says, hey, best friend, I miss you and I love you, and you just do that. And I put on my Ted costume, bro. So everybody was doing it in their normal skins, you know. And I threw on the fucking Ted, and I think it stood out because it's universal now. It's not like how I look.
Got you.
It's the Ted, you know. It's a bear.
Right, anybody
So
can use
people were sending it to each other. Hey, I miss you, best friend.
Right,
you know,
right.
oh, I forgot I call you. Like, so everybody was sending it to each other on like DMs
Like
or
that
like
was the
the engagement, you know.
right.
And that's why I was like tripping out. But that's me following the TikTok structure.
Damn,
like
so
what's
you
trendy.
fucking went viral
But
on
that was
the
off
Ted
of
shit.
one. I tried doing it with everything else, but it wasn't TikTok structure. It was just me fucking showing food or like, you know.
Maybe
fucking,
that's your thing, bro. You better wear that Ted fucking
I think I
outfit
need to
every
wear
motherfucking
Ted.
time.
Are you on TikTok?
I don't have like y'all making me really look.
I know, 'cause I'm the same
y'all
way.
about to
I
open
haven't
up the
even
can of
really
worms with
used TikTok,
LJ
but
right now.
yeah, cause I'm kind of like shadow banned on social media.
Damn,
Oh,
what'd you
for
do?
Yeah.
He whipped out his
Uh-oh.
dick real quick.
I just
I'm fucking
nah.
with you.
They call me a conspiracy theorist, so
Oh shit!
Really?
Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
and that shadow banned you?
about the Peter pandemic and all that.
All right, next
Yeah.
segment:
Uh-oh.
conspiracy stories
do you
with
mean?
Long
Okay.
Journey.
Don't open
What do you mean
the
the Peter
can of
Pandemic?
worms
What is
with
that?
Yeah,
LJ.
let's hear this shit.
Well, you know, I say Peter pandemic because you know when you say pandemic in certain words, they start
Right.
zooming in
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna,
oh,
yeah, they're gonna start.
let's
tapping
hear a
in.
little extra closely about what they're about to say next.
Yeah.
So it's like I was just giving people information about
On like
the virus,
on Instagram
and all
or what?
that. Yep,
And
about the virus and things that they could do with besides you know getting jabbed up and
Like on your post?
Mm-hmm.
we mean jabbed up like the
Like
shot.
the shot, and they didn't like that. You know, they've been wanting everybody. They just like get it, don't ask questions. I was like, okay. So I tried to be cool, man. But they started hacking me for other shit because I was just pointing out how certain celebrities get killed and shit like that, and how certain like viruses and cancers work, and they just like. It was some crazy shit to really.
Would they
tell
give you guys like?
So
would
what,
they give you
they-
warnings and stuff
Yeah,
or no?
they DM you, be like, you better shut the fuck up.
They
Like-
did not
like-
see. Look, they added all that shit after the election, bro. They added all that. Oh, I'm gonna get like the status of your page. Are you like? Do you have a strike? Do you have two? This and that. No shit. So
Is that your phone for this time?
I will.
Yeah, my bad.
I will tell you, they hacked my. Like they told me, basically, I couldn't post on my story for a minute, right?
Oh damn!
And then
Straight
I
up saying you
had-
can't post.
I had like, I couldn't comment or nothing. It would just say you're going against community guidelines, this, and that, right? Every time I try to respond to something, I was like, what the fuck? 2 weeks later, they tell me that my password has been hacked or leaked into a data system.
Oh, what?
Damn.
And I was like, so I had to ask people around, like, did you get a thing from Instagram about your password being leaked? They're like, no.
Right.
And I'm like, huh. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I
Uh-huh.
go back on. They like tampered with my page. I used to have like this IG series called Fruit for Thought that I'm turning into a podcast. But at the time, it would have views, right? It was getting a couple hundred views here and there, but now they were all like at zero and shit and fluctuating. I was like, that's so weird. Like, so they went through my shit, basically just rampaged everything and
Yep.
deleted a lot of shit.
What?
It's crazy how that shit works,
Bro, that censorship shit is real, bro.
That censorship is actually
That shit is
absolute.
real.
Like I would post about the shit teaching people and get hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah.
views, and then when I post my music shit, I get 20 views. 20, like
Yeah.
I have 1,500 followers. Like, come on, are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
The algorithms on like fucking all types of shit up. And then if you really like trying to like display like some real shit, That's even worse. It's like, yeah, they'll find ways to censor you, or they'll find ways to take your shit down. I mean, look what happened to Jason too. Our boy Jason, same shit with him. He's really like, you know, he posts a lot of that stuff too, just like, you know, trying to put people on game and shit. And it's like,
shadow banned is, what is that exactly?
That's when they basically censor your page. So they're watching all your content.
But your shit's still active.
Yeah, but check it out. It's like your page is active, bro. But it's like, let's say if I wanted to tag your shit or whatever, it's like extremely difficult for me to even find you now. Even though your page is still there, it's live. And then on the flip side of that, for you, it's probably hard for you just to even post something that should be regular.
Yeah.
Right. It might take you 2 or 3 times to upload it and shit. And sometimes they delete it. Like, they've deleted my stories. Damn. Oh, this, and that went against community guidelines.
And you get no warning of this. It just starts happening.
They just start clipping your page. Like, they clipped my first IG like that. Like, I just started unfollowing a bunch of people. And then, boom, my whole page went black. And then it was like, it just backed me out of Instagram, and I couldn't get back into my account. And then the only way I could get it back was to send a picture with my IG, like my face and me holding up a paper with my IG. It was some weird shit, bro. So I was like, you know what?
I think I told you don't do that. Or someone. Yeah,
I was just because I had asked Noisy, because you remember he said he lost his page.
Shit too.
So I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, did they ask you to like send in a picture of yourself holding up your IG and all that? So I was being funny. I sent them one like on some other shit like fuck you, and they never responded. So they just eventually took my page. So I was just like, but they took my Twitter too.
Damn.
So yeah.
Well, Elon Musk is buying it, so you're gonna be back.
No, he's not.
He's not. He stopped. He canceled the process.
He's backing out that shit.
It's one of those things, you know, when you're paying for something, you fucking cancel.
Yeah, he's like, not no more now.
It's just because of the information you were putting out there.
It's all because of information, yeah. And then also, I had like facts about certain cases, about like, you know, things that were going on at the time. And I'm like, I have the paperwork straight in the PDF, stamped by the government, everything in detail of what's really going on. And people were interested, but I didn't realize that they were monitoring my fucking Instagram the way they were. So I started telling people on there towards the end, before they clipped, I said, I can't talk about that. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, they're watching my page. And of course, you know, people are like, yeah, right, okay, sure.
This guy's paranoid.
Right, like he really thinks the government's watching him, or whoever's watching him is censoring him. And then I lost my Instagram. And everybody's like, oh, shit. Like, damn.
It was just like deleted?
Yeah, and then my Instagram, and then my Twitter, people were like, what the fuck? Because I was barely on Twitter at the time.
Yeah.
Right, like he just got his Instagram page. Like he just made another one.
Exactly.
Literally, like not too long ago.
Like within this year. So it's like, it's been within a year since I've had my new Instagram. And
for sure.
So it was like.
And on this one, you're not posting any fucking.
Yeah, I chill as much as I can now. I post little things, but it's never direct, never as raw as it was on the last one. Because
say it on the fucking tracks, on the
you
lyrics
know what?
Now, you know, just make a whole album. Conspiracy.
I have made an album about this shit, bro, and I played that album. I played songs on that album on my old Instagram, so I feel like all that shit kind of tied in. Like when they went through all my data and wiped shit, I feel like they literally took their time to see what I was posting. Because it's like they changed so much shit on my page, and then it was like you said that my password got leaked into a data leakage. Like,
the fuck?
How does that make sense? And then you take my Instagram and my Twitter. It was just like, that was very interesting.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine says that shit too. Like if you go to like I don't know, like some shit in the settings.
They're fucking watching you, Roland.
Yeah, it tells you like this, and on this fucking app, it's been leaked. Your fucking shit's been leaked, so you might want to change your password or whatever. The passwords.
Yeah. So I got that eventually.
Yeah.
But Instagram, the actual app, was telling me that when I was signing in, that your password was entered into a data leak.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I did do the research on what you're talking about in the settings, and I found out it was Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, like all the social medias. All my social medias were leaked, and my Google. And Google plays a huge part into all this shit.
Yeah.
So the fact that my Google got hacked, I was like, oh, it makes sense why you guys are so in cahoots with Google and all the software and data software that they like have access to, because they can give you anything on anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have all that information.
Exactly. So that's why people were suing Google, and then freaking
Cookies and shit.
yeah, all that shit. And then Facebook went into the Supreme Court and he had to testify. I was just like, this is very ironic. It's very ironic that you had to go in about you guys basically spying on people, deleting people, and taking away the freedom of speech.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what they were doing. They wouldn't let you say anything against their agenda. And that's why I was letting people know, like, this shit is bullshit and you got to be careful. And that's why I was also like, at that time, I was actually getting ready to start, just going to say fucking start my podcast before they clipped my Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, you guys did this shit to me at 1,500 followers. And I'm like, imagine if I had 15,000.
Yeah.
Because that's what blew me. Because I was just telling Dan when we were doing the Puff Puff Pass podcast at the time, I was like, I only have 1,500 followers and they're still watching me. I'm like, that's creepy, bro. I can only imagine the ones that have way more followers than me, more thousands of followers, what they're doing to them.
Whoa.
Like, and how they're monitoring them. And so I like put VPNs on all my shit. That's a virtual private network, they don't.
Is that what we have to do that now, huh? Like, that's for sure. Because
You
it's
have
obvious.
to.
It's obvious that they're
You
fucking spying on
have
us.
to.
Like,
They've been.
have
They've been,
to.
bruh.
And see, they want you to
They've
think
been
it's
on
all
it.
the
They've
other
been on
countries, but it's really this country too. But this country is not really owned by the American people anymore. So
Nah, hell
the
no.
people spying on us are from these other countries because they have access to these apps.
And
That's
the
why
scary
I
part.
took so long for TikTok, because China runs TikTok.
Yep.
And they collect all the data from TikTok. So they can know whatever you post on there, they're going to know everything about it. And they can influence the way that you see your TikTok. Just like on Instagram, when you go to the Explore page, they control all of that.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing. Like, you could be a faithful man, they're going to show you all the ass and titties in the world in your Explore page.
Nah, real shit though.
Hey,
Hey,
you know what's funny? Fucking, I feel like on my Explorer page, it's all cheeseburgers. Fucking, because I follow a lot of food things.
Hey, that's
like,
good then.
Like, all I do
That's
is
how
look
they
at
get
fucking
you.
food.
Besides VPNs,
Dogs.
there's nothing we can do, huh? Like,
It's
there's
really-
nothing we can do. Like,
it's
what
really not
can
too
we
much.
You
do?
want me to roll that up?
Yeah, can you roll-
delete,
can you roll some of that?
delete
With the
that
tobacco,
motherfucker.
or?
Yeah, but
If you delete
I
it, that's
can't
the
roll
only
either.
way. That's
The
why
family's
certain
blown.
people I know, they're like, I don't do social medias. I don't
But
do.
even like in a massive scale, there's like
This is
not
sick.
enough people saying shit. Like, we're just
What you know
all
about Punisher?
fuck
Me-
it.
and they clipped a lot of like conspiracy theorist people's Instagrams around that time. Like, it was around like from July to November or December of like 2020 and 2021. They just started taking everybody's shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that
they
shit
were-
was scary too. Noises lost his shit at that time. That was like when Noises lost his shit, like in that, like around that time.
Under misinformation.
I remember we
Yep.
hit the label up and everything, bro.
They
We were like,
said-
man, we
With,
need
like,
to try to
COVID and all
get,
that?
we need to try to get his page back. And they were
When
like,
they
yeah,
killed,
yeah.
let me stop. They didn't kill anybody. When Black Panther died, I was just like, that's very, very interesting.
Ironic that you got
That
cancer.
he had stage 4 cancer without anybody noticing, and he's all on these movie sets. I'm like, there's no way in hell
Was he
he's able to keep
spreading
that
a
secret.
message?
He was.
Or was
A
He
lot-
had
a lot
he
of
had a
movies that he played
program
in-
that was helping kids, and they were connected to hospitals and etc. So
Yeah.
it's a lot that goes in with that. So it's very, and you know, he's also a part of the Hollywood era. So you never know what's going on out there, what kind of rituals they got
some
going.
wild shit? It seems like.
Crazy shit. And these are not conspiracies, like these are real things. They have ritualistic shit that goes on in Hollywood. Like, Hollywood is a tree. It's a piece of wood that they use to cast spells on people.
What do you mean? What do you mean Hollywood is a tree?
Yes, the wood
Bruh.
is from,
Hey,
it's
y'all
from
ain't
a
ready for
tree.
this shit, man. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Yeah.
No, but I'm ready. I'm like all like, wait, what?
Hollywood is a tree.
He's like, how much time you got?
Man, listen.
Dude, these shrooms hit a while ago, and I'm like, and it just keeps going into this like, wait, what?
There's a point where they
Yeah.
hit me, and I was like,
Yeah.
it hit me. I was like, fuck, should I tell them to stop talking about it? Because they're going to fucking trace all this shit now. And I was like, nah, man.
Nah, dude.
Nah,
So
it
what,
happens.
what do you mean
Bro.
by that? Because I would like to. know.
Conspiracy theory
So,
episode.
so the whole thing with Hollywood is like you have to perform sexual acts.
That's why all these fucking actresses, when they're young too, and all that shit, get like sexually abused. And
Yep, the cast couch and all the casting chair and all that stuff. All that shit is real. That's why Harvey Weinstein had his case going on, and then ironically it happened around the Epstein time because that's like
People still dying for that motherfucker.
Well, listen.
The whole thing.
Well, listen. Allegedly, he died in jail.
Yeah.
They said he
You
killed
know,
himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
said
like
he killed
we're
himself.
talking about Hollywood here right
That's what I'm
now,
saying.
Uh-huh.
and then I'm just
The most powerful people. and
most
shit.
powerful people that have cameras all the time.
That's and that too, like not just the powerful people, but I mean, like you said, like talking about Hollywood. These motherfuckers know
They be acting.
they stage shit all the
ass
time, bro.
off.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what the fuck? They know what the fuck they doing.
And they work closely with CIA. Did you know that?
No.
Who? Hollywood?
The CIA and Hollywood work very closely on projects.
Why is that?
Because CIA have to go undercover all the time in other
And
countries.
they gotta act.
And they gotta act the role.
Jesus.
And they go through. Damn.
That's the
Jesus
whole
Christ.
that's the whole point. And then Hollywood, they want to nail their characters, which mostly is like military or agents and shit. Who better is gonna tell you how to do that than an actual agent?
Oh yeah.
in,
yeah,
in
of course,
return
huh?
for some acting tutorials
Uh-huh.
and just a little bit of lessons to help them whenever they have to go and get into character themselves
Yeah.
in another country, because CIA cannot allegedly act on U.S. soil. They will, they go to jail and all type of shit, get a whole case going. But if they're pretending to be somebody else, they can be anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are like kind of the things with Hollywood, and it's like people believe that they still went to the moon, and I don't believe that shit. I believe it was a whole stage thing to try to prove that they were better than Russia, and they never went to the moon.
But you think they've gone to the moon now though?
I don't think so.
Still, we haven't.
I don't think so.
Do you think anybody has?
I mean, if they have, we haven't seen the evidence. All we are seeing is them playing with cameras underwater and pretending that gravity and all this shit is real, with like within space.
What do you think
of
about
their
the
perception
ocean?
of it? Huh?
What do you think about the ocean?
The ocean is definitely where that's where all the astronomers learn how to, quote unquote, exist in space and deal with gravity is underwater. All their training is underwater.
The who?
The astronomers.
Oh, the astronomers.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, because I heard this weird tie with space equivalent to the ocean, and that aliens, when they come, they fucking go to the ocean, and that's where they get stationed. And then
I wouldn't be surprised.
they come out because they look like us, but like they go in the ocean. They got their own little thing going.
they do look
and then-
like us. I'm glad you said that, because
Yeah.
people think they look like these
I was about to
ugly,
ask about UFOs.
bald-headed people, but they look like us. They're just
Yeah.
from other worlds, other dimensions.
Oh, dude.
right?
Okay, hear me out. I said this on one of our podcasts. I think it was with you and Scooby. I think that maybe Earth itself is everybody. You know how we're all like different. I obviously we adapt to our surroundings,
Mhm.
but I also feel like maybe like there's different humans from different planets, and they put them on this planet, and we're an experiment. Like we're their TV show. Like when they're watching us right now. They're flipping the channels. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, look at this. What the fuck is this? These guys.
Oh, interdimensional cable, like
So, like-
Rick and Morty.
Oh, shit.
bro. So
Okay.
I feel like
I get you.
I feel like we're an experiment. Like they're like watching us, and they chime in. Like especially with all the fucking nuclear shit that happened back in the days when we like around the time Hiroshima and all that shit, World War II
Mhm.
and all that. all that fucking I think there's 2 different time zones, but whatever. Anyways, fucking the nuclear shit.
Right.
That's when everybody said that they started seeing UFOs, right?
Right.
So maybe they brought that technology and they showed us, and then we started, of course, us being us, we started using it for war and doing shit like that.
Exactly.
And they're like, yo, you guys gotta chill. What the fuck going on? You know, like
nah,
we
onto
showed you this
something.
dope shit because I heard nuclear is actually good, like if we use it right.
Yeah, it depends on where you direct energy sources.
Yeah.
So like what
It's
you're
like a
saying is
cleaner.
right. Like it's definitely like we're made to be slaves as humans.
Wait, what?
We're made to
Yes.
serve. We're made to serve.
You want me to break it in half? Or
Everybody here is on the like they're all here individually on a soul contract. So it's like that's why we all have a different purpose, but our purpose is to serve in whatever way that is.
Exactly.
You know, you may serve in the servitude of podcasting. Dan may serve in the service of helping others reach their goals. You know?
Yeah.
But we're all serving that purpose.
Yeah, we're all here to
Yes.
serve.
God
that
or for
Yeah, you
alien?
can say it's a god or whatever, but I feel like the religion thing was to distract people from their actual spiritual purpose, because religion gives you a certain type of structure to follow, and there's nothing outside of that.
And it's fucking
Whereas
written.
spiritual is more so like you got to experiment around it, like everything that you're experiencing in life.
Yeah.
You have to experiment with to really figure out what is your purpose and where do you fit in.
Yeah.
You know why I always trip out on the religion? Every single different religion has the same fucking story.
You know, a Messiah.
Everybody, every
Mhm.
if you look at everybody's religion, they all have the same story, and that's
There's
what trips
Jesus,
me out.
there's a Buddha, and there's a
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. And
Yeah.
I agree with that too, because that's kind of how they were able to enslave people, was through religion. They wanted you to convert. Like you think about Vikings and the pagans, right? And the Christians, they were fighting with each other because they wanted to have basically one rulership under God or under paganism or whatever. So it's like when you think about us now, we're all serving something that we still don't have a deeper concept of what it truly is.
Right. We're just like kind of
Yeah.
like monkey see, monkey do
Monkey
type
see,
shit.
monkey do. Because if you're really if Christians were really Christians, they would be questioning it more than the actual people who are not Christian. Because to be able to really dive in deep into something that you're passionate about, you're going to start questioning it. Just how we talked about how we question everything we're doing is because we're knee deep in it now. Like you're deep in the water of this podcasting shit. I'm deep in the water of the music entrepreneurship. So it's like, of course I'm gonna be questioning it more than anything now because I'm so deep into it. But a lot of people, like you were saying, they follow the structure that we were talking about. So that structure is like a safety net for you to always, I could just go back to the Bible and read this and that. That's not like, I can just take a break from the Bible for maybe a year and then just live life and not worry about sin.
Yeah.
And just experience things from the good and bad perspectives or whatever, however, the chips fall. But I think a lot of people like safety. They like comfort. Yep. So religion offers that.
Yeah.
And that's why
Just follow this.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And when you're a risk taker and you live on the edge, you don't want religion because that structure limits you, and you know that because in your deep down you'll be feeling like I want to do something else, but I must serve Jesus or this and that, right? And it's like you would feel bad if you actually went and pursued that outside of your religion because you made a commitment to this, said entity or whatever. And so I think that's what also limits people with the religion part, is that it's not going to allow you to believe in aliens. It's not going to have you even question that the earth may be flat.
Yeah.
All these things that you get, all your answers are always in this Bible. It's always going to be referred back to that Bible.
Yeah.
Outside of that Bible, it's the devil. It's evil, you
Yeah.
know? And so some people, they don't understand, in order for them to really grasp the concept of it, you have to be so deep to where you are questioning everything, because the Bible has a lot of contradictories. It has a lot of things that confuse people about what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I said like a lot of people just be winging it. They just think that they know, but they're just following the structure.
Yeah.
Because they don't go into that part of questioning, because then they feel like that's a sin to question. It's supposed to be like, you know, walk by faith, not by sight in religion. And most of us, we're like, nah,
I see
I
this.
can see
like, what
this.
the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I see this. This shit doesn't look right. And they're like, oh, that's okay. Ignore that. Jesus will fix that. And it's like, man, Jesus ain't fixing this shit. What are you talking about? Like,
And you know what's crazy too? At the end of the day, bro, people still hated Jesus. He was
Exactly.
perfect. I like.
And they made him perfect, right?
Yeah,
In
and
a
he's-
sense, like,
yeah. And I always trip out because.
I hated that motherfucker.
Yeah. But what?
There's always gonna be haters. There's always gonna be haters.
And the ones that he loved the most, his brother turned on him. You know,
Exactly, bro.
He-
Fucking kissed him, dog. say, yeah, this is the one right here. Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm
set
saying?
him up.
Yeah, set him up.
Set
You know
him
what I'm
up
saying,
to get
right? Like, kiss him.
crucified.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Because that
It's
when
like
you
the
say
mafia.
kiss him-
It's like giving them like that
That
forehead
final kiss.
kiss.
Oh, like yeah.
'cause that, do you know the story
The
of like, with
Godfather?
Jesus? You know the story of Jesus? Like,
Honestly, bro, I know it. I heard it, but it was when I was like in third,
What-
fourth grade.
okay, because that's what that reference is
Yeah,
from. It was
yeah,
basically
okay.
saying like, you know, like you said, like his own brother kissed him, basically saying like, you know, like this is the one right here, like that, basically setting him up because his enemies were like trying to find
Ready
him.
to get
You know, like this the
Put in
one.
that
This the one to
word.
take right here. The one I kiss, that's the one you want to take right here. So like his brother kissed him.
Exactly.
Jesus didn't think nothing of it. That's my brother, right? Show me love.
Yeah.
So, well,
Motherfucker,
fool, you never kissed me, dog.
motherfucker was setting him up.
He's like, damn, you love me, fool.
Oh man, that's
Hey.
real shit.
Hey, this is annoying neighbors, bro. What the fuck? We went from.
Remember
Hey,
when you
this
kissed?
is
I'm like, what
sick,
the
though.
fuck?
This is
Like,
like,
damn, dog.
I'm fully invested, bro. But like, what I'm saying, people hated Jesus, bro. And you know what gets me tripping? Like, I respect to anybody because I do feel like there's a God.
Mhm.
There's something powerful out there. I just don't know what, and I don't know what structure to follow. But I feel like what it is just be you. Like that's the
Exactly.
only we created you just to fucking be you and just do whatever. Not like in a sense like if you're fucking a psychopath and go kill
Right,
people and
right.
that's you know like.
Go be you,
You
man.
wouldn't admit it if you were.
Serving that purpose.
But like also be you and be kind to people. Like I feel like like people should be cool, respect everybody. That's what the world. If the world was like that, where people respected everybody, like how we're chilling
Mhm.
right here. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. Like I'm a Warriors fan. I'm gonna judge you off of Lakers. Like what? Am I gonna start saying shit? Like people are so caught up in like I don't like what you're wearing. I don't like how you look. If we just fucking sit down and got high in this rooms, like the world would be fucking dope.
That's why they don't want you to do that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
you know,
That's why
like-
they make it illegal. Because
Yeah, that's why.
Because
You know?
like realistically, that's like what life is. Just if we all went by, like I seen a fucking crazy deadly car crash. You guys probably seen it.
Mhm.
That car that blew up.
Oh, in La Cienega.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
That
did?
speeding car?
But how did it start? She was mad at her boyfriend,
Really?
and she was drunk
Yeah.
and drove.
Story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she got drunk and just fucking went head like. That's where like
100 miles per hour in the traffic.
But that was the
ongoing
story.
traffic.
Like she was mad
Yeah.
at her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
She killed 7 and injured 7.
bro. One of the
They
people
say
that
it's
she
6,
killed was
but one was pregnant. So
Yeah.
that's two life forms. So I consider that 7 people altogether.
That's crazy. And that person was with her
Their-
fiance
yeah, their
and
whole
another
family.
like 11-month-year-old or something
The
like
whole
that.
family,
In the
man.
car?
Yeah,
the whole
bro.
family.
She
The
took them all out.
Yeah.
No, she
No.
she was
No.
by herself.
She was by herself,
Oh,
but
she
she
hit.
she took out a whole family, bro.
Man.
And then 2 other people, and then injured like teenagers and some shit. A whole car of teenagers got
I seen
injured.
the video. I was just like, man, what the fuck?
But that
Like,
started off a hate. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like, if the world was all about love, how it should be, like, if we all have respect for one another, like, hey, I see you. Like, what happened to those days where you see your neighbor, like, you don't hey, that's him. He plays music at midnight.
People
not gonna
don't
call the
even know their
cops, you
neighbors,
know?
bro. They don't even know.
Exactly.
their
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. They don't know their neighbors anymore.
You
don't even know my neighbors' names.
You can't even. You can't
Annoying
even.
neighbors. They need to know about the noise. Yeah.
When you talking about vacations and shit, like you know how
Oh,
back in the
shit.
day your neighbor would be like, watch your house and shit.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah,
go
bro.
over there, feed the
Oh,
dog or some
man.
shit, water your grass while you were gone. None of
Yeah,
that shit
man.
happens anymore. It's so rare
My
now.
mom would be like, I'm gonna go next door and get some limes. She has some limes.
Bro,
Like,
Right.
oh,
that's how it
never.
was.
I was
That's
like,
how it
what?
was.
Exactly. Because it's like the way they grew up was way more community
no
based
lessons
than us. So it's like we like to think of privacy as like the top thing, and it's like if you can't have transparency among your community, you really don't have like any type of like structure.
You know what that is too? Now thinking about it, we all grew up in tribal. Like our ancestors were tribes. Everything was a tribe.
Exactly.
So like now that we lack that fucking tribal sense, I mean, we all do create. You have your own tribe. In a sense, your tribe is Rich Minds. We do create our own tribes, like within time.
I
But
agree.
it was a point where we were all neighbors, and that was the guy that got the meat. This is the person that makes your clothes. It was just so simple. And now that it's just so much is going on, we're just like, we just want to fucking argue with each other now. Like everybody,
Exactly.
and that's where it comes to that. Lack
That
of love.
ego, that's what you're talking
Ego
about.
too, yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of egocentric
Yeah, man,
people now.
I think it's that social media, dude.
That's what it is, bro. Because people
started- yeah.
people didn't have egos until social media really
Wow.
like that. Because you were this close to the celebrities now. Like this celebrity that you like may only have 60,000 followers, and now you're a social media influencer.
Yep.
You have 70, 80,000. So
And
now
sometimes they're more known than the actual celebrity.
exactly.
Yeah.
So these people get a big head about that, and they feel like they have to keep up that image and keep making content in a certain type of way
Yeah.
to maintain relevancy. And so a lot
Like
of
it's not
people-
even like I'm gonna do this because it's genuine
Right.
of myself. It's like I'm gonna do this because I know it's
I
gonna
got
fucking-
people watching me. I
Yeah.
have attention now, and attention is the biggest currency right now. That's what
Yup.
people want. They don't really want money. They want attention. Because there's a whole bunch of people making money right now, but nobody gives a fuck about them. And so they definitely are depressed. And they are hating their life because they're not getting the attention that they want.
Yeah.
They don't care about the money because they think money's supposed to bring you attention. But that concept has always been like a slippery slope, because they always tell you don't, you chase the money, the women, all that stuff. Well, you have to be a certain type of human. You have to have a certain type of caliber of like, just being a human being for people to actually like you. Like having a certain amount of money is not going to make motherfuckers like you. Ask Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Like people do not like this man. But
They hated
that's-
Jesus.
like you said, they hated Jesus, right? But a lot of more people loved him, and he didn't have no fucking money.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's all about that. It's like a give and take, like we were saying. And so it's like when you were talking about, everybody should be loving. Well, that's the whole thing of why I said that it's all perspective earlier, because we wouldn't know about love if there wasn't hate. We
Exactly.
wouldn't know
Yeah.
what was considered good if there wasn't the opposite spectrum of, what could be considered evil.
Yeah.
So that's also with
That's
the
facts,
human.
too.
That's also
that's
with
that
the
yin and yang, bro.
Mhm.
And that's where that culture and that there's their religion
exactly.
that come like that's why I love like learning about everybody's religion, because everybody has something to gain. That yin and yang, that balance, that is life.
Yeah,
You need that.
And when you mention like tribes and just like different countries, right? It's all type of different cultures that are influenced by different things. They could have seen the stars a whole lot different than this country that was like on the other side of the planet, like, and everybody's at the end of the day, they're all one thing, which is like just righteousness. We all want spiritual righteousness. We want to be as righteous as
and
we
good
can.
health.
Exactly. And so
Because if you can be the richest person, but when you're dying in bed, all you want is good health.
that's it.
That's it.
Or you just want
You
love.
just-
You want to be around the people you love. When you're
Sure.
close to death, people like you just want to be closest to the people that you care about the most.
Exactly.
And like that's why certain people have those instances, even if they haven't talked to a parent that they weren't cool with. If that parent still had love for them, they're gonna ask to see them at the
Yeah.
end of the bullshit. Like, fuck that, I'm about to die. Like, I need to at least tell you I love you
Yeah.
at the very least. And that's because people, when they're near death, that's when all the things that you should have worried about when you were living starts to matter the most. It's because it's being taken from you.
Yeah.
And see, the thing about death is people are afraid of it, but really it's a measuring stick to let you know that time is ticking. So you need to appreciate every day and go after what you want, and don't be afraid to love people and love what you do, because once your time is up, you don't want to be laying there taking your last breaths having anxiety about everything that you wish you would have done. You want to be able to be at peace with that and welcome that new life.
Fuck yeah.
Because death is really just nothing but entering a newer life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like nobody ever really dies because we're all energy. So when you understand that, you don't have to fear death. You could just see death as that measuring stick of like, look, my time is going to expire soon, so I'm going to make sure that I love as many people as I can.
And the people that you love are going to die soon, so make sure they feel it and they know that you love them.
And that's why we have to have deaths happen similar to or we could say we have to have deaths that mean something to us in our life, because that shows you that everybody has an expiration date, including you. So that connection you have with them
helps you appreciate.
You gotta appreciate them. Exactly.
Damn,
because if you don't, when then they die,
shit,
you're gonna be walking through life regretting like, damn, I should have stayed longer this day when I told them I wanted to go bullshit and just do this and that, or I should have answered that call that day that he called me and never called him back. And now I don't have a chance to ever speak to that person again. It's because we don't take life for a thing that is like a privilege to have every day. We take it as, we wake up and we keep doing this same shit over and over until something drastically happens to change our routine. Because like we were saying earlier, most people are just comfort in a routine. So until something causes that routine to get out of balance, then people don't realize how much they're just living in a fucking cycle that is keeping them hindered from growth and actually experiencing the true meaning of life. Because when we're talking about like the routine, going to work, go back home, eat, do whatever the fuck you want, go to sleep and do that shit over, the routine is the 2020 pandemic happens. Now you're not working. What are you gonna do? A lot of people were bored because they didn't know how to be by themselves.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to entertain themselves. They didn't know how to create a routine outside of work. And work is a structure just like religion. Exactly.
Yeah, slaves.
Exactly. So people didn't know what they actually were interested in doing outside of the daily life. And so once people actually had to be forced to do something, that's when people started realizing like, damn, I need to spend more time with family.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to focus on health. I need to focus on my fitness.
Yep.
Because they had something taken from them, and it made them look at life from a different perspective of what should I be focusing on right now?
Yeah.
Like what is important.
And everybody was chasing that shit. Like everybody. So no one ever said that like, hey, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, because some people in the pandemic couldn't wait for everything to open back up so they can run back to that lifestyle because they didn't want to deal with themselves, And some people were just, because when that shit happened and everybody's on lockdown, some people were just alone as fuck. Think about it. They got the job they wanted and all that, but they don't have the family. They don't have the companionship.
Yeah.
So when that shit all sunk down to where you got to be locked down, people were locked down by themselves. And then they don't want to take that accountability of saying, damn, I put myself in this position, so let me run back outside and get distracted by all the bullshit outside to not deal with my own personal issues.
So like saying like they didn't even get, like, they don't have no friends, they don't have anything.
No real connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was no more connection. Like they realized like, damn, I chased off all those people by always being out and just always doing shit, not spending quality time with the people I really care about. And now when shit hits the fan, I'm stuck in this position where I'm like, fuck, I have nobody here but me. And it's because I kind of just self-sabotage myself by putting my priorities to the side for temporary feelings.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what a lot of people are going through right now. Is temporary feeling, like
It's instant gratification.
instant gratification.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like when you talk about the marathon, and I call myself Long Journey because it is a fucking journey.
Yeah, bro.
And you have to be able to withstand the bullshit, because if you're looking for instant gratification instead, you're always going to be chasing that temporary feeling. And it's never going to be fulfilling to you. You're always going to keep wanting more and more and more and more, because it's never enough. And that's where people get fucked up at, is that they chase something that is a never-ending feeling. When family and all that shit lasts forever.
Exactly, bro.
Even when they die, you still feel them. You feel their energy. You have the memories.
Think about them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Going and then all that shit is cool, but you can't take that memory really with you and let it build you and mold you into a better person. It's just something to reminisce on as a fun, exciting moment in time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Bro.
But these people and certain experiences, like going out to the freaking pyramid somewhere, right? Going to a great lake, or just going to a place in the world that you always wanted to be, that's an experience that your life can be definitely changed from, because you're outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I felt like that on the fucking lake when I was riding the wave runners.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hit this? I was riding the wave runners, and bro, there's this weird fucking, like, in a sense, I want to like cry of joy. I was on the lake, and it was just like, I just look at these mountains. It's just me and my girl, but like, the fact that not that many people get to do that, like be in the middle of a lake, and these beautiful mountains, and the water just making the like natural fucking noises.
Hell
like
yeah.
birds. I'm like, dude, this feels fucking amazing. The sun's beaming on me.
Fucking beautiful scenery.
Bro,
And a machine that like fucking, how they make this shit?
Well,
Riding this shit on the water.
That too.
Yeah.
But like, I was just tripping out. Like, man, like, it goes back to what I was saying about tribal shit. Like, we used to just explore and just love nature, and now we're just like, you know, like, it's part. It's
on their phone and shit. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
I know.
that shit looks tight, dude.
Look at nature on their phone, just like, damn, I got that film it, you know, like right away. But yeah,
Exactly.
dude, like just being on that lake, I felt that a certain vibe where
Yep.
it just hit me. Where I was like, why do I want to cry right now? Like,
Because it's just a fucking
you know.
genuine ass
Because
new
your-
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, and that's it goes to
Your
what
spirit,
you said.
your spirit felt at peace right then,
Mhm.
right then.
I'm
and
also
there.
terrified of water, so that could have been it too.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
also
it's
conquering that.
because you were conquering your fears.
Mhm.
That's why you probably were shedding that tears, because like,
Mhm.
wow, I'm in the middle of the fucking lake
Yeah,
right now,
bro.
seeing all
I
this
can't
shit.
swim that good, bro. I'm not-
Exactly.
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I'll
so,
fucking drown.
So you being there, with, like, just saying all that shit right there, like your fear of water, and still be in the middle of the lake, that was like motivational for you. And
So it's like a
subconsciously,
yeah,
whether
yeah,
you
yeah.
realize, because it's like, damn, I really did that shit knowing I couldn't swim.
Yeah.
I was
feel
in
like
the middle of the fucking lake at that. I
I
wasn't
read-
on the edge. I was in the middle of the fucking lake, and I
Yeah.
can't swim, and I saw all this beautiful
And
shit.
then there's fucking fish like right there underneath you too,
Mm-hmm.
and that was fucking trippy too.
You're just living your life, and the
It-
shrooms hit.
I wish I would have took shrooms, bro.
No,
I
it's
would have
good.
been like, oh, dude, like
Like,
I
what-
probably would have had an anxiety attack actually, though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
on the fucking water.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, me too, dude. Fuck that shit, dude. I hate the ocean, dude. Like,
It took me a while to like trust the fucking life jacket, because I was like, there's no way this can fucking hold me, because I can't even hold myself when I try to float.
Right.
And I had to like do a couple runs and
Yo.
all right, bet. All right.
you never
We
seen
good?
thin? You never seen thin? Like, oh shit.
Yeah. I
Nah.
see. That's what I thought. I thought I was gonna fucking go up, but it didn't. So I was like, all right,
That's really walking by faith and sight, right? Knowing,
yeah.
and like looking at something scary and saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go into it."
That's how it felt when I jumped out. When I went skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
That's one of my biggest fears. Like,
but see,
like I'm down, but God, I
Bro.
don't know if I'm down. Like,
but see, like, it sounds dark, but at that
Yeah.
moment, like, I was really depressed. I was drinking a lot. I was all coked out too, and I didn't really give a fuck if I lived. Like if I died in that moment, I'd be like, fuck it. Like, like
I died in the sky.
yeah. I was welcoming it, so I was like, dude, like I don't care what happens. Like I just want to jump out and just scream at everything that's like just fucking me over right now. And when I jumped out, that's what it was. It was a genuine yell of me. Like there's a yell where you scream, but that was a yell from like right here. It was like, like I was just like fucking, but I was like, bring it on. Like that's what I was yelling.
Hey,
like bring it. And then once he fucking hit that thing where fucking the thing pops out, we started gliding. But I ain't gonna lie, for a fucking second, and I've seen these videos, they tie up. We started spinning, bro. It kind of tied up. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna die right now. But then fucking it went back. He jerked it back and like got into motion. And once it went back, after that panic right there, all you see is just a fucking beautiful view. You're just gliding. You feel like a fucking bird. And then, but you gotta remember that all that happened was only like 10 to 15 seconds.
Right.
It was like, oh shit.
But that, like forever.
It did. Yeah, but once he hit that thing and we're gliding and I'm appreciating it and feeling like a bird, that lasted for like at least 5 to 10 minutes. And that felt fucking good. I just remember soaring. I was like, damn, this is fucking... Like, imagine if I was a bird. Like, I just kept thinking that. Like, just flying. Just fucking going through the skies.
Hey, man. Well,
got different views.
We glad you're still here. And the Annoying Neighbors podcast is still here.
Yeah.
You're able to do this shit, bro.
But, let's talk about the fucking show.
Oh, yeah, man. Shit.
Do it.
Yeah, man. So
we went through the zone.
that's the Annoying Neighbors podcast, man.
He's all feeling the shrimps. Like, what the fuck? We're
I'm
back
like,
to
dude, I
reality.
wanted to say something. Like, oh, damn.
Hey, I already knew
shit.
we were gonna be going all over the place, but it's good. That's what's up, man. But nah, I'm glad Long Journey was here. You know, you guys kind of get a little insight, like where,
Hell yeah, bro.
like of him, you know, and that was the whole goal of this. You know, I wanted to bring him. I thought Sandy was gonna pull up. He was a little busy with stuff, but. You know, it's all good, man. I always like to bring just like one of the guys with me because it's like that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah,
trying to just
it was
like
really
tap people
good.
in.
Fucking.
That was a badass introduction.
But you kind of see
yeah.
like you know where he like what he's tapped into,
Honestly,
and that's why we
when he
clicked
was
so
talking,
much, man.
I was thinking, I was like, and this is why fucking DAN-GANJA got him. Like, you know, that's why they connect. He's seen that. Like, I started thinking about the first time you guys met, and it was probably this vibe, and you're like, man, you want to fuck with Rich Mike? And it's like, you know, that exchange.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, man. It was,
definitely.
I'm glad.
Like
I'm glad things aligned the way they did, man. That's you know,
destiny, bro.
I can't say I would lie to y'all if I said I was a true believer in like you know things happen for a reason. I didn't really believe in that all the time, but I'm starting to you know just let life take its course.
Like
you know
that
what I'm saying?
More and more. Yeah.
Not having expectations like
Jesus
we said earlier. Yeah, just kind of you know. Just kind of being ready, like staying ready, but you know, just letting life do its thing too, and just kind of focus on what I can control rather than trying to control the whole picture, bro. Because, bro, we none of us control shit, bro. We just gotta.
We can't. Real talk.
So that's one of the big things I've been trying to deal with. But yeah, long journey, ladies and gentlemen. But
Yes, sir.
But yeah, the showcase, Rich Minds Rule the World. It's our first showcase back in like probably over 2 years, man. I think our last one was Backyard Beats, either 7 or 8, I think, and we didn't even fulfill that because the spot we had, I think ended up closing down due to COVID. So it was like during the midst of all that, like we were literally planning shows. We had shows lined up. COVID happened. Literally, shows started getting postponed. Then shows just started getting completely canceled. Like we weren't even getting new dates to when they were gonna happen again. Just things just started shutting down. So all our shows got canceled. Everything we had lined up, things we had planned, just was not happening anymore. So now that we're here, you know, fast forward to 2.5, almost 3 years, you know, with the pandemic and shit going on, like you know, we're kind of in a space where like you know we can throw a show now. So. We were just like, you know, let's get back into like throwing our own showcases, man. You know, we love being a part of other people's showcases, and you know, it's an honor when people ask us to be a part of their showcases. But we really love throwing our own shit, and you know, getting our people involved, and you know, we work with a bunch of different artists too that maybe don't get that light from like these other shows, and like so I feel like that's our duty as like the collective to put our people on, you know, and it's gonna be a packed house. It's gonna be a real like family event like this first one.
That's
bro.
what it seems like, bro.
I'm
excited.
Yeah, we got damn near the whole collective on the bill. You know, Ace is gonna perform. ACO Long Journey is gonna perform. We got Monte coming out from Vegas. He's gonna perform. Noise is performing. Rito.
I forget Monte's. Okay, yeah. He does stay out in Vegas.
Yeah,
right?
Monte's out in Vegas right now. He's gonna make the trip though. He's pulling up. Like I said,
So
That's
Godfather
perfect.
Rito.
Then I can get 3 block.
Yeah, definitely, bro. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that hard to get them because he's in Vegas.
I mean, that's only been recently. There's just like these past like recent years.
work-wise
like,
or
no, just he just his family, him and his family just recently moved out there.
okay,
So, but he's always
he's always in town. And
yeah,
shit.
he grew up in the city of Bellflower, so they were always like around each other. It was just probably just up until recently, you know, just things happened. His family moved out there. He's out there now, but he still makes the trip, and he's still like, you know, we try to help him when he tries to come out here, and when we have shows lined up.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case, if we got video shoots, whatever the case, man. But yeah, Monte's making the trip out here. Shout out to Double M. He also made the flyer, by the way, all the flyers.
Sick.
So shout out to Double M. Like I said, Godfather Rito. I said Noises. Arson's gonna perform. He's finally gonna come out and perform. He has some new music he's gonna get ready to just put out in
Fire.
the world.
Yeah.
Who else? Obi-Wan's gonna be controlling, you know,
Sanity.
the sounds and shit. Sanity
Yeah.
Menon, of course. And yeah, special guests. Got my guys Zen Soul pulling up. They're a rap group out in Pomona. Zen Stokely, Jay Sostis. Shout out to the guys. Organized Crime, another rap group based out in the city of Norwalk. That's more on like our side of town. My guys Nada, Not a Thing, Queso, and my boy Len Dog. And my man Killer Cam Worldwide, Players Club Worldwide. Like, you know, he really works closely with Arson. So I'm really like anxious to see like what they going, like not anxious, but I'm really like hyped to see like what they're gonna what their set's gonna look like, because they got a lot of music together. But Arson's been like working on his own solo shit. Cam has his own solo shit. So it's gonna, like I said, a real big family affair that night, man. August 20th, Saturday, August 20th. We're gonna be at a Good Mood Creative Space. It's in Los Angeles. Yeah, just check the flyer, man. It's all on our social media and shit. We're gonna have y'all there, Annoying Neighbors podcast, doing like you know, doing a live podcast if y'all want, and like literally interviewing whoever the fuck y'all want that night. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's up to y'all.
That would be great.
Yeah, dude.
Our sponsor
You could be shroomed out and all that.
no real shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, our sponsor too, Intervision Apparel. They're gonna be there. You know, with their own pop-up shop selling merch.
I've been wanting to buy some shit.
Yeah,
Because I know
SP's gonna
you
be
always
there.
represent them.
Yeah, I'm
want-
rocking some shit right now.
Yeah, see, that's why I want to show some love and buy some merch as well.
Yeah, fuck
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our sponsor, man. So we always showing love. SP, we're actually still working on our Intervision and Rich Minds collaboration like piece. We're gonna have like some clothing made pretty soon. So they're definitely gonna be there. And you know, like I said, just more family affair, more family ties. Flott and his wife Brenda, they're gonna be there providing like the food for us. That's gonna be our last vendor. Chickies. Ceviche, they're gonna be there just like serving up.
Fuck
Fire.
yeah.
Wait, for free or for sale?
Oh,
No,
come on now.
No,
I was like, I got excited. I was like, oh
He
damn, hell
was
yeah!
like, for free?
I mean, they might give you one for free, but
Okay,
no, it's like,
okay,
no,
yeah.
I don't want to speak for them. No, it's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
support
well, I didn't know you get like, you know, it's that type of thing where you fucking pay
samples.
Yeah.
No, it's
okay,
like, no,
yeah.
no. Yeah,
So
they might bless
You're
everybody.
gonna want to support after
No,
you
yeah,
eat
yeah,
it.
definitely,
You're gonna be like,
definitely.
you know what? No, I gotta give you something. This is too good.
I started just picturing. I was like, damn, DAN-GANJA really fucking cashed out. Like, all right, just keep it coming. Here's 500.
That's why everybody here to be happy.
Yeah. That's why I was like, damn.
Hey, you know, in the future, you know, we'll
Yeah.
be able to do
Yeah.
shit
Hey,
like
I'm really-
that. It's
yeah.
like,
Hey, I'm really trying to take care of everybody, man. I forgot how stressful it is, like putting together a show and curating the showcases,
Oh,
man.
So,
yeah,
so the
dude.
last
Yeah.
time you did a show like this was pre-pandemic.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we were like literally planning our one of our producer showcases, Backyard Beats, me and Obi-Wan.
I remember the Backyard Beats. I always wanted to go to them.
Yeah,
But
those were some good times, man. Really legendary
Bro,
times.
Fuck, see, and that's. I'm gonna be on my deathbed looking at that. You know, I'll be like, I should have went to the fucking
Man.
Backyard Beats, because I remember at that time I was fucking with them. I already knew of you guys,
Mhm.
so I was like, man, I want to go, but I didn't have no one to go with.
Right, man. You should just go out
Yeah.
there and make some new friends. Bro.
I know, bro, but like it was
Sometimes you just gotta go
th-
dolo.
this is when I was like on my bad like habits
Right,
to
right.
blow and shit. So
Nah, I feel
I
you.
probably did a line. I was like, do I really want to go out fucking LA? You know, like, oh, I'll probably
Yeah.
just stay here and play
Right.
video games.
Yeah, I feel that.
Xbox, PS5.
Yeah, bro. Is that what you're on? I'm gonna get your gamer tag after.
I don't have. Well, I have an X. Well, I don't have an Xbox, but I have an Xbox account still that I'm gonna bring back.
Did that shit get fucking
Shadow
shadow banned?
Oh no.
I started thinking about it. He's right there, like, fuck it. They got me off Twitter, but I'm gonna be right here on Xbox.
Man, nah. I just got rid of my Xbox One at the time. I was like moving to Oregon and shit. But I'm
That's not where
definitely
you're
gonna be
originally
back.
from, is it?
No,
Or-
no. I'm from Bellflower.
Okay,
Yeah.
born and raised.
Yep.
Sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
I grew up all over like LA.
That's sick. It's just
So,
meant to
yeah.
be, bro. Destiny.
That's what I was saying. Like, you know, not to cut you off, but yeah, like even when me and Long Journey like had our first like sit down, you know, come to find out he was close with Noises.
Noises. I went to school with Arson.
Oh,
so,
shit, for real?
Yeah.
Arson's one of the engineers, like the
What?
on the artists, yeah, all that shit, bro. So
Yeah.
Sick.
And I knew Monte too. We went to school together. So me, Monte, Noises, Rito.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, I didn't even know that. So it's like, you know, me over here thinking, oh, like, you know, Long Journey, like, you know, it's a new dude, like, you know, new guy. Bro,
Right.
he knew.
It
It was like, you know, it felt
He knew half of the
it felt
fucking crew.
good to know that. All right, cool. Like, there's some familiar faces here. Like, you know, it
Mhm.
kind of just made it a little more like, all right, cool, a little more like it
Mhm.
felt right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
we
Like,
got
cool.
easily acclimated that way because it was like I knew people that he was already a part of his collective.
Mhm.
And then like I also knew people that he knew in the Long Beach area too, because I was like, that's where I was like starting out, was in the Long Beach scene with a whole bunch of people out there. So
Why is that? You just knew the people out there.
yeah, I just
already?
knew the people out there,
Yeah.
and I was just like making a name out there, performing at like K Sarah and places like that.
Mm.
And so that's how I was like actually first coming up and making shit. And then I did the observatory for
Sick.
What'd you do that
Divine
for?
Council.
It was like for who?
Divine Council is this rap group. They're based out of like Virginia or some shit.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
You opened up for them?
Yeah, I opened up for them for sure.
How's that? That felt good?
It did, man. It's like first time performing in front of hundreds of people, so it was nervous, but it's like I did it sober to make sure I could do this. Like it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a test. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be high. Like I gotta see if I'm meant to do this. Like
Yeah.
sober.
Go with it.
Like this
Yeah.
is meant for me. And that was like me able to like go up there and like still have the same effects. Like I couldn't remember that set. That's how locked in I was. I still can't remember like anything that I was doing special. I was just in the moment.
Sick.
So I was like, yeah, I was built for this. Like that was just a testament right there for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck yeah.
Shit, one of his last shows, he opened up for Conway.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that was one of his last. That was one of your
Yep,
last shows,
that was
right?
the last show in December.
like,
mm-hmm.
December of 2020?
21.
2021, okay.
It was actually at the observatory in the bigger room. See,
Mm.
my first show, I was in the Constellation
It's
room.
got- yeah, the little side one.
Yeah, the little side one. Then this one was in the actual big room.
Yeah.
So definitely a great turnout, and a lot of people came out and they showed love. It was
yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah.
And again, that was like, not that he has to show anything to me, like, because none of my guys got to prove anything to me. I never try to micromanage them. I kind
Yeah.
of like follow their lead, you know, and I just try to.
But I feel like all you try to look for is like that drive. If you have that drive, it doesn't matter like what you have behind you. If you see that drive, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, like you're gonna help them.
Bro, I try to be real transparent, you know, because at the end of the day, like, they're gonna be the ones looking in that mirror, like we were talking about earlier, like,
Mhm.
like, damn, did I really give this shit everything?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's not me they gotta impress or whatever. I'm just here to kind of help them fulfill that, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know everything either, bro. I never claim that I know everything. I never ever try to be that person because I don't know, bro. I'm still learning shit too.
Mhm.
Still
Yeah.
learning shit, bro. But you know, going back to that, whatever. What the fuck were we talking about? LJ, he really surprised me like with that showcase, bro. He's like sold a grip of tickets, like he had mad people pull up, like he took it serious, bro. He was at the studio like rehearsing for his gig, like that's what I was really like.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I really like love seeing, bro. Like, you know, just him willing, like just willing to just put together the best show possible, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about, bro. Sometimes for these showcases, we only have like those 20 minutes that they give us, or whatever the set is, and it's like, bro, that's your time to like really like leave your mark for whoever's paying attention right there at that moment. So yeah, it was just dope to see just like him like in that zone, because I had never worked with Long Journey like that. He had a show coming up. I wanted to see what he was gonna do, bro. He sold all the tickets.
Yeah.
Tickets got sold. He was like, bro, can I rehearse the studio? Fuck yeah, bro. Like, you know, we set him up in the back, did his thing. Like,
Where do you guys rehearse? Like at the control room?
Yeah, I
Or,
mean-
like in the backpack?
yeah, I
Or-
mean, it's at Obi's crib, so you
Yeah.
know, Obi has like a pretty decent sized backyard. You know, we did
Yeah.
one of the backyard beats there
Sick.
before, so
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Oh shit.
So if there's space, you know, we'll kind of just like move shit around and set up like the speaker there, because he's a DJ too. You know, Obi has all that shit there.
Yeah,
so
I
he'll-
always forget that. I
Yeah.
always forget Obi-Wan's
Yeah,
a
he's the-
fucking
Most
DJ.
producers are DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
So he-
that's
yeah.
how they started out. Mhm.
So he has all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we usually ask Obi to give us a little setup, and then just so you know we get that live feel. You know, we get a mic in our hand, and
Exactly.
You know.
It was the perfect way to set it up like that too. So,
Well, if you guys ever need vocals, got this guy right here.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just fucking, I'll say some shit.
yeah, no, hell yeah.
But
Always looking to collab.
I'm gonna check out your music, dude. I'm
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
definitely.
especially because
That
like
was
I
a
didn't
deep-ass-
know you were coming along. Like, you just told me that you were coming. So
it was a treat, like you say.
it's always a surprise, man.
yeah.
Like I said, I really don't really have much to talk about. I mean, other than I'm always busy. Like I was literally calling Box in the morning,
This
just trying to get.
This was working out in the morning. I was like, damn.
I was
he
just
started
running. I
picking
was
up.
just running.
He started picking up. I was like, what is he? He's either fucking right now. He's either fucking or fucking running. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's one of those. Because I just see him out of breath. I was like, I'm gonna take a wild guess.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Can I get a workout?
If any of your homies answer the phone out of breath, it's gonna be pretty awkward.
Yeah.
I'm just like really like on. I've just been really like on my time lately.
Mhm.
Like I'm just trying to be a little more selfish with like my time, because like I work with a lot of people, bro. So
Yeah.
I give a lot of my time to people. Like, you know, whether they see it or not, whether they feel it or not. Like, I know I hold a lot of space for my guys, for my people that I work with.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know, in the morning I'm like, you know, I had some time today. My physical therapy got canceled, so I was like, I'm gonna go get a little run in, you know.
That's good, bro. You
So-
got it.
So that's what the fuck I did, bro. And but I wanted to get shit ready for today too, because I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I still need to get the address and shit.
Yeah, he sent a voice message, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna call him. Like,
Right, and you called me, and I was like mid running. I was like, I'm
That's-
gonna pick up anyway. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's how I was like, you know, I'll let you go, fucking, I'll let you fuck. Nah, I was like, go handle your workout. I'll fucking talk to you later. But we confirmed everything, and
yeah, it was cool.
it's always dope talking to you, man.
But yeah, I was just busy, bro. I've just been busy, man. Like I said, got a little workout in the morning, was at the beach running or whatever, and then just got shit ready for today, man. Wanted to bring somebody with me, like I had told Long Journey about it, I told Sandy about it, and like, yeah, man, we're here. Like, we're just busy, bro. Honestly, nothing's really changed except we're just building more content, we're creating more content. I will say we're kind of in the midst of like working on the Rich Minds collaboration, like not even collaboration. We're in the Rich Minds compilation project, so it's gonna be an album.
The first
That's gonna be
one.
sick.
The
Yeah.
first one.
So it's
Can't
gonna
wait
be-
to see that.
Volume 1.
Yeah, volume 1.
Hell yeah.
So it's gonna be.
Give us a track.
Yes.
Give one track to Annoying Neighbors. Just fucking me and Roland doing some shit.
Talking
Fuck
and
it.
shit.
Yeah, we're gonna see
You want
what's
to see
up.
us try out real quick? No. Okay.
But-
Get the guitar.
We'll probably
Where's the guitar?
have you guys narrate the album for us, you know?
For real, huh?
Yeah.
Give little introductions and shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was sick.
But yeah, man, just working on that. Everybody's working on their individual projects still. Sanity's working on stuff. Long Journey's working on shit.
So when's the next album dropping for Long Journey?
Well, the next album will probably be
Is there a
coming.
release date?
Not yet, but the month is
It's in-
November.
Okay.
November.
It's in the works though.
Yeah, it's in the works.
It's in the oven.
Me and my boy T-Mon, he's producing the whole
Yeah.
album.
I saw that you were active since 2018 or what?
I've actually been rapping since 2014, 2015. So the stuff I posted on streaming platforms like the Illuminated Darkness, I uploaded it in like 2018, 2019,
Yeah.
but that released originally in 2016. So I have a video called Gotham. It's on YouTube. You type in Long Journey Gotham, it'll pop up. That is like a actual original song that I made for that project. And then I have a EP called Light that I dropped after that. And that was actually produced by my guy Callie Slater. He's out of San Diego, real cool dude. And then I did Alpha with the same producer, Slater. Those were 2 EPs, like 5 tracks each. And then I dropped eventually a couple more singles. Then we dropped Wolf. And well, since me and Dan been connected, it's been about we almost 20 songs in right
Yeah,
now as far as
shit.
within
Yeah,
a
dude.
year.
Yeah, he dropped hella singles like when we first connected. Like
Mhm.
he had the idea of like dropping like doubles like as like 2 singles as in one, rather than just
Mhm.
putting out one single like each month type
Working.
deal. So he
Yep.
was doing that. We were pretty consistent with that for a while, and then he dropped the album, Wolf, and then yeah, now we're just still just building the content up, man. He has a few things. He has
Yeah.
like you said, he has a few more stuff in the tuck. Probably gonna work on some visuals next.
Yeah, definitely have visuals coming too.
Yeah.
Definitely have a couple ideas already going, but the song Black Samurai off Wolf, that's gonna be a visual that's gonna drop. Definitely. And I'm thinking about doing this song on there. It's called Shadows. And definitely that one, and then Ill, because Ill's like a song that's like one of my favorites. So I'm definitely looking into getting some visuals going for that. But the
Sick.
first one will probably be Black Samurai,
Oh yeah.
featuring my boy Brooke.
Oh yeah.
Do you do the beats too, or do you just write the lyrics? Or
Yeah, I
what?
just write the lyrics for the most part. I executive produce like some P Diddy shit. Like
Yeah.
I'll go in and be like, yeah, I like this, but switch this up. and
Yeah.
Put this part right here and take this part out. And so I'll do stuff like that here and there for sure.
Oh yeah. What inspires you to write?
Just I had to just be living life and just feel like I have some shit that's on my mind that I can't get off in any other way.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I got into music, because I used to play basketball. So I got I had
What
to-
position?
I played all positions.
Everything.
Yeah, I played everything, but
Well, what
mostly
was-
like
what-
forward,
Okay.
like
yeah.
a forward. Yeah.
You know, there's one that the coach would be like, "Look, I get it,
Yeah,
but you're
exactly.
gonna be a fucking forward."
In high school, I was
Yeah.
definitely a forward, but yeah, I had transferred to school, so I had to sit out a year. So I actually was just like, moving to a new school, didn't know a lot of people, so I would just write. And I found myself actually like listening to a lot of Currency at the time. Like that's who's my
Hey.
favorite rapper.
Currency's such a fucking.
Yeah.
He's like the most underrated rapper. I feel like he's such a
Absolutely.
dope ass fucking.
Absolutely.
The vibe,
Absolutely.
everything about him is fucking dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm always shocked when someone says that's their favorite, because he is one of
Yeah.
the fucking legends.
He's definitely a legend to me, and so I definitely would say he influenced my music heavily, and a lot of people can hear that shit. But also, like, it was just a time in life for me where I was just like, I didn't really have any outlet, so I was just writing music. And I was at the same school as Arson. It was at Gar High School in Cerrito, so he was around there just freestyling crazy. And so I was just seeing this music scene kind of bubble up, because I was at Mayfair High when Vince Staples was there.
Oh shit.
And yeah, it was like a bunch of like Long Beach legends was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
going to that school at that time. YG used to actually go to Mayfair at one point on some random ass shit. But this is like, I was still like athlete, just sitting right there watching everything happen, not even worried about music. So when it happened to me, it was like I was low-key equipping myself with the right kind of, like, I guess, outlets to see, okay, you could just watch them and see how they're doing this shit and kind of follow behind that. And so I didn't really take it serious until my senior year after basketball season. I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to start writing some music. And then in 2-3 years later, I dropped the project.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. And like honestly, like I haven't, even though like I've been working with Long Journey for like almost maybe like half a year now, I haven't really.
It's almost been a year now.
Shit, yeah, well, shit. You
In
see?
August, we met up in August.
There you go, man. See, I'm fucking
Solid
up.
year.
See, I'm fucking up. We should have brought a champagne or some shit.
For real.
Celebration
For
right
real,
now.
though.
But it's like, it's gonna be like, but in the midst of like just everything going on in the world and shit, like I haven't even been able to really like see him perform, like, bro. So it's like, even with the Conway shit, I wasn't even able to make it to that show, just because with my fucking schedule and everything, I got all the bullshit I'm trying to juggle and shit. So I wanted to make sure that he's on this bill too, and like like he has that time too, because I want to be there and like be a part of that too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's so yeah, I'm very excited for this show, man. This is a very like important show for us. I know there's gonna be a lot of other shows going on, and it's love, man. Shout out to everybody doing their shit. I just hope like people pull up to this shit too, because it's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
something
They definitely are, bro.
Yeah, no, hell yeah, I'm not worried about
If
it.
you ain't got $5, you shouldn't be out anyway. The fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's gonna be a great time, man. And shout out to everybody, bro. Everybody doing their shit. Like, just make sure to make time to pull up to that shit. August 20th, Richmond's Rule the World. We gonna be out there, fucking LA. Good Mood Creative Space. Pull up, man. The flyers are out there. Tap in.
And we're gonna be reposting.
Yeah, tap in. Yeah, everybody gonna be there. Fucking
Yeah,
annoying
we all
neighbors
gonna
gonna be there.
posting, man. Especially in this next week and a half, we gotta just post and push that shit, man, because we want it to be a good turnout.
Exactly.
And I feel like everybody that does go, they're gonna be definitely happy that they came, because
bro,
it's gonna be a vibe, man. I'm telling you, everybody there's their own individual selves. That's what I can say.
Yeah, man.
That's what I respect about Rich Minds. It's like, yeah, it's a collective, but everybody has their uniqueness intact.
Yeah.
So there is no like there's no interjecting with somebody else's shit. It's a complete respectful separation, and we all can still come together into one direction when needed. So that's like the beauty of the collective, for sure.
It'll be my first show with you guys. Like,
yeah, man.
like checking it out, because he's been a fan of like all you guys for a long ass time and shit. So
it feels like it's like been. It feels like it's our first show, bro, because it's been so long. That's why I said I was just talking about it earlier. Like, I forgot how stressful it is, like putting together a show and just making sure everybody's good and like everybody. Everyone's gonna like everybody gets the rundown, like because just as much as like we want to, as we're setting expectations, like we want to make sure we meet everyone else's expectations. We don't want to be selfish, just be like, oh, this house gotta be da 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 da. Like, bro, it's meant to be like a fun time, bro. We're trying to sell an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really about the money. I mean, yeah, we charging at the door. There's gonna be selling drinks and shit, but that comes with it.
You just want to make your money back.
But that comes with it.
It takes money to do that shit.
Right, and that comes with it, right? But overall, bro, we're trying to sell a motherfucking experience. So it's like, if once you get out, it's $11 at the door or whatever. Like, bro, you gonna fucking.
I thought it was 5.
Bro, you gonna.
Now it's 11.
For y'all, it's free. I was like, for y'all, it's free.
We'll get a +1.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll give y'all a +1. But yeah, man, we gonna sell an experience, man. Richmond's Rule the World. It's gonna be a great fucking night, man. Hopefully everybody pulls up. If you can pull up, be there. If you can't, it's love. We're gonna do another one anyway. So
hell yeah,
pull up.
And that's what I was gonna say. People don't know this, but you've been doing this pre-pandemic, all that shit.
Yeah, man.
This ain't nothing new.
That's nothing new, but it's just. It's like, damn, it's just like, it's work, just like everything else, it's work, bro. But that's what we're about, bro.
It's the second coming.
Yeah, man. There you go. We back, man. Hopefully, we could really do this shit.
One way I like to wrap this up is always fucking saying some tips on whoever it is, what they do and love. So, want to give a tip for someone that's, I guess, managing and trying to be a promoter?
Damn. All right. I guess the topic has been we've been talking about, consistency, right? Consistency is key. That might sound corny, but I truly believe in that, not only being consistent, but move with purpose.
Right.
Because people get confused with like being productive and thinking that they're doing some shit, bro. You can be productive and not do a motherfucking thing. Like, how productive were you really?
Exactly.
Like, what did you really do what was the 1% that you did that was towards your goal, or that towards something that you really working towards, So a lot of the terminology right now, it gets weird. Like, people just be hearing other people talk and just want to say some shit. And it's like, bro, you gotta really know what you're saying though, bro. Like, be productive, but like, don't waste your time either. And like, I've been really big with like telling people, like, move with purpose, like, know what you're doing. Wake up. Maybe even if you have to wake up and write like a little to-do list, like, what do you want to do for just that day? Don't worry about what you got to do for the rest of the week. Don't worry about what the fuck you got to do for the rest of the month. What the fuck are we trying to do for these 24 hours that we got? Because who knows? Shit can change fucking 2 minutes from now, bro.
Oh, you can be that person in the fucking at the light and someone's just mad at the boyfriend, bro.
Hey, now I'm gonna laugh, but
no,
that's
like, you know what I
true.
mean? You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
Shit happens that quick, bro.
And that's why we're saying, and that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, and going back to the whole like trying to control shit. That was one of my biggest shits, bro. I used to like always just never be in the present, dude. And I'm really trying to learn that. Like, just only focus on what I can't control right now. Don't worry about shit that hasn't even happened yet. Don't worry about shit that's already happened. Because, bro, if it's happened, bro, it's already happened. Fuck what happened already. That shit's done. If it ain't happened yet, why the fuck you worried about it yet? Let's worry about this shit right now. Let's worry about what the fuck we trying to do right now and try to fulfill that. you know, and hopefully everything else, if you're moving right, if you're doing the things you should be doing, things will align. I truly believe that. If you're over here fucking around, half-assing it, the work is gonna show.
It's gonna show you.
And nothing
out.
else is gonna be for you to blame except for yourself.
Exactly.
And that's it, bro. So yeah.
And then for you with rap.
Um,
I don't know. I was trying to think of like I was like, there's so much that he has, but I'm like, let's just stick to rap, I guess.
yeah, I'll say rap and entrepreneurship, like going after what you love. You have to, like you said, like you have to have a plan, right? This is something I always tell people about. You gotta have a plan because small steps turn into a giant leap. So it's like the more you start just thinking about, you know, sculpting, the more you start slowly chiseling every little crevice of rock that you need to, you eventually will start forming that piece of art that you've been like waiting for. So just take it day by day and make sure that you're being progressive in one way or another. And if you happen to need to take a break from that shit, do that, because that's progressive too. Because we all get taught about working so hard all day or every day. That's not realistic. You have to take a break. You got to let your mind, you know, be at ease at some point, or you're going to ride.
Can be like reflective and shit.
Exactly.
That's one of the things I'm learning too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut them off, but yeah, I'm learning to do that too.
Yeah, you have to have you got to allow time for discernment and reflection of what you are doing, so you can notice if you need to, you know, change up things a bit, or if you need to ramp up things a little bit. So, you know, perception and reflection, all those things are important along this thing, but it's like balancing that out is the best thing, because if you don't have balance in your life, you're going to always just follow the flow of, you know, whatever life is happening.
Yep.
You're never going to have control. And the thing that you can control is how you are reacting in the moment. You can't control the past, like Dan was saying. You can't control the future. You only control what you're doing in that moment. And that's what people should focus on, is like, what am I doing to help my future self thank me for this moment? Because that's how I view it now. It's like
A conscious intent, like.
Exactly. It's waking up with that conscious intent. Like, what am I doing now that my future self can thank me for later?
Yeah.
So that's like my advice is just like, take it day by day, but have a plan and always think in the moment for the future. Don't think in the moment trying to predict your future. You have to think about what you're doing right now and how in the future you can look back at this and be like, damn, this was a great thing that I'm glad I made that decision then to just stay in that moment and keep doing that, because now I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, when you get too caught up of already trying to be there, you'll lose yourself like far beyond where you were currently at in that moment when you were thinking about so much about the future. Because when you get lost in thought, you start taking steps backwards because you spend too much time and energy in your head instead of what's in front of your eyes. And I think a lot of people need to get back to what's in front of them and not what's going on in the top of their head.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Long journey.
That's my constant struggle. Staying in the present.
Yeah, man. And I think that's a constant thing that people got to deal with, bro. Like I said, that's one of my main things. Like I used to always say, "Oh, no days off," thinking that's a cool thing. Like, oh yeah, bro, that's really not. It's really not a good way to be.
The
like,
same shit.
You know what I'm saying? I had to like kind of.
I'll take a fucking whole month off now. I'll be like, fuck it.
But it's real shit. You know, balance. It's all about balance. You know, you gotta,
because it's really still not a day off.
Right.
Like we're saying, like
You're
you can see it as a day off,
about
but
it.
you're resting.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like you gotta allow your mind to rest, so
Yeah.
you can start thinking strategically. And you can be
Yeah.
like, aha,
Yeah.
that's
I
why
totally
I've
agree
been
with
feeling
that.
like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I was telling him I'm impulsive, like, about that. I was about to sell all my stocks and just be like, boom, get that shit. You know?
talking about the van?
Yeah, bro. I was gonna do it.
He was gonna get a van, and because I don't think he knows what you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Or tell him what you mean.
Nah, I mean either or, but pretty much I was gonna get a van to be a mobile studio, because technically, yeah, we pay for this rehearsal,
Mm-hmm.
but wouldn't it be dope if I just pulled up to you in Paramount, you know, Bellflower, and just pull up and be like, hop in, we just do that, let's go get Dan, and then we just do a podcast in the parking lot, just efficient, you know. We have it all set up. I don't have to spend 30 minutes setting up.
Like, have you seen the Steve-O podcast?
exactly like
on
that.
some shit like that, kind of.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Wild Ride.
Hell yeah, I like that.
I
Or
wanted
we
to
could
do
just be in the neighborhood, so we could literally be annoying neighbors.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
bro.
just parked in there
So-
and just talking. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
But that's what I'm saying. But
What
but,
are you
but,
doing?
But what I was telling him was like, yeah, bro, I'm all for you doing that, you know. But it's like my thing is that's a big investment.
Yeah.
So now business, my business way of thinking
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the homie shit is like, yeah, bro, I want you to do that shit. I want you to do good things, right?
But you
then
also
on the
got-
flip side, like,
Mhm.
all right, that's a big investment though. How we gonna get that back? How are you gonna get that back?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, okay, so like now we gotta start thinking about, okay, if we're gonna invest all that into the podcast got to be like the number one priority now.
Yeah.
Maybe like quit your job type shit,
Yeah,
because it's like
exactly.
why?
Exactly. Yeah.
We just
Why not? Yeah,
we
yeah.
just invested all this. Let's make a run with this shit.
And
Let's
see, and that's why I was like thinking to myself, I want to like get the name a little bigger before it starts to be like, that'd be cool to get at least a decent check from like YouTube or something.
Yeah, bro. I
'Cause
mean,
that means fucking when I'm on the road, I'm making money. you know?
yeah, bro. It's gonna
Mhm.
take time, you know. And like I said, it's gonna just take like you tapping into like your fan base, like you checking like your analytics, who's really
all that shit.
who's really listening.
That's
on,
why we need rich minds.
you know, y'all can do this. I mean, shit,
Nah,
we can
we
help
need
too.
rich
Y'all,
you just need 1,000 videos on YouTube.
yeah.
That's what they say usually. Like
Around there?
Yeah, once you hit 1,000 videos
Ooh.
of content, you start to have like you'll look up and you'll be having like thousands of subscribers.
Because you'll be everywhere, bro. Like
Mhm.
We have so many
once
videos.
once you hit a certain amount, it's gonna
You'll
be like,
have so many videos, and every time they're searching certain topics and you keep popping up, they're gonna eventually have to be like, all right, what the fuck is this?
and like,
Yeah.
bro, I would, and like maybe for you guys, I would suggest like something like maybe like, not even saying that it's basic, but I mean, you guys should look into like maybe like YouTube ads or like just be like, hey, Annoying Neighbors podcast. You know how often y'all drop an episode? Like twice a month, twice a week. However you guys do it, hey, yo, Annoying Neighbors podcast. You know, make sure to look out every like 2 weeks or whatever. However many episodes we drop.
We try to do it weekly,
Weekly.
but it's usually weekly or bi-weekly.
There you go. You know, come up with like, you
around
know,
there.
do it like shit like that is gonna
Mhm.
like help kind of, I think, expand the fan base a little bit,
Yeah.
get the name out there a little bit. It's like that's type of shit like that's gonna take. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
And
see,
you could do it weekly for 1 month, bi-weekly the next month. It doesn't matter as long as you're staying on it. It's like that's the most important thing, because if you do that like
'Cause-
bi-weekly thing, still you're still doing about 20 something podcasts.
exactly.
You know,
and
almost 30.
consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
That's key.
Yeah, man.
And then at the end of the year, you
yeah.
have like 50 videos or some shit, you know, at least. And it's like, damn, okay, I can keep doing this more and more. And then, like I said, you're talking about 1,000 videos. That shit is really easily doable,
Oh yeah.
because the YouTubers,
Especially
they
the way
make a
we do
video.
it, because we can chop up the videos and make it into 5 minutes, 2
Make
minutes,
some
1 minute.
clips.
30 seconds,
Exactly.
shit like that.
And that's what I mean about videos. Like,
Mm.
it's not even that you gotta have 1,000
Right.
1
Even
hour
podcasts.
long
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Like, you can have short clips, little funny 30-second moments. Like,
See, that's all the shit I've been thinking on. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
especially on Reels now, they're like on YouTube. So now you can have those little quick clips on YouTube,
Exactly.
and people will
bro.
start
And
finding
those are
out
counted
about
as
you.
videos too and shit. We look them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's exactly another way for people to see, like, you guys have plenty of content to play with, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
And I believe in y'all too, man. That's why, you know, I hit y'all up to come to the showcase.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
dude.
saying? Not even on like no weird shit or whatever. Like I wanted y'all to be there because I see what y'all doing, and it's like, man, maybe y'all need. However, I can help too. However, we can help, bro. That's what it's about, bro. It's about helping each other, bro. And it's like, maybe this will open the doors for y'all. Artists that have never heard No Neighbors, they gonna get interviewed on that night.
Yeah,
Or
or
whatever.
anybody, even if you're just a
Who-
fan of
yeah,
you guys,
whoever.
you know, they can
It's your
fucking-
it's y'all night too.
they
So
can-
whoever the
they
fuck
can
y'all want
pop
to
up.
interview, y'all can interview the motherfucking security. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
We're,
tied.
we're gonna have a section where it's just conspiracy with Long Journey.
Oh,
Like,
man. Y'all.
dude,
Y'all
that
gonna be
shit-
there all night.
that shit was fucking dope. We need to do another one where we just talk about
Oh, yeah.
conspiracies.
Definitely.
You know?
We can do that.
Y'all
That
gonna
shit
get kicked
fucking-
off YouTube.
For real.
Fuck it, bro.
Oh, yeah, y'all
You guys want to give
definitely-
any shout outs real quick before we wrap it up?
Shout out to the collective. Shout out to Rich Minds. Yeah, my boy Noises, Arson, Sanity. My boy Obi-Wan. My man Dan. Organized Crime. Who else is coming?
Everybody, Zen
yeah,
Soul.
Zen Soul. All of them. Like
Everybody.
everybody that's coming out. if I'm forgetting your name, it's all right.
It's-
You know,
it's-
I'm a little stoned.
Yeah, it's family, man.
It's all love.
It's a family affair that night. It's pretty much everyone in the collective and like people that we associate that are damn near like maybe not on the collective, but they're pretty much affiliates. You know, like I said, it's a family affair, bro. We got y'all coming out. We got Intervision pulling up.
Exactly.
It's love, man. Chickies pulling up. It's love, man.
Shout out to Chickies, man. That ceviche is. They got vegan ceviche too. So.
Yeah, Noises, Brenda, they're doing their thing, man. It's love. We trying to shed light on everybody, like doing just great things, bro. Because that's what it's about, man. Like that's what we're about. We've always been about that, bro. Like since we started doing shows, since we started doing Rich Minds, bro, we always were about like creating the platform to do this. You know what I'm saying? We weren't always in the position where we could throw our own shows. Now it's like, bro, we doing our own shit.
Yes, sir.
Creating your own vibe and shit.
People are asking to be on our R&R shows. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't ever in this position at one point. So it's like, bro, this
For real.
This is what we trying to. This is what we trying to do. So now we
Shout
here.
out to that, you know.
You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
that.
Yeah.
That's a slight, you know, flex, but it's a flex.
You know what I'm
So,
saying? So
yeah.
it's like now we here, bro, and it's love, man. It's always been love. So yeah, my only shout out is just pull up August 20th, Saturday, August 20th. Pull up. Richmond's Rule the World, Good Mood Creative Space in Los Angeles. Be there. $11 at the door.
If
21 and up event. Pull up.
If you're wearing any Rich Mind or anybody from damn
The Wild Wolf brand, any of that
any
shit.
shirts you get in for free.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll see what's up
He's
though.
like, yeah. Damn.
Everybody gonna try to buy some shit.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'll see what's up. But yeah, no, pull up to the showcase, man. And remember to say, at the door, remember to say who you're there to see that night. All the artists, you know,
Yeah,
we're gonna
if
be
you're listening
tallying.
to this, make sure you say annoying neighbors because we trying to get paid.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just make sure you say who you're there to see at the door that night. And yeah, make sure to pull up. August 20th, Saturday is going up. Richmond's Rule the World.
All right,
That
annoying neighbors, we out.
part,
Thank you guys for being a
part.
guest.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Shit's fucking dope.
It's love.
Yeah.
We out of here.
Yeah, bitch. What you know about me, bruh? I'm hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bruh? Got Supreme hat, Supreme clothes, bad breezy, fuck yeah. So fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bruh?